Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Bryson Law Firm can help you navigate your way to the best resolution plan, and we will tell you upfront how much you can expect to pay us throughout this process. So before you send money to some out-of-town high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Bryson Law Firm. Our headquarters are located in Lafayette, Louisiana, and we have offices across the state. Call today at 1-855-LA-TAX-HELP to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm or visit brysonlawfirm.com. LSBA filing number LA2416924.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance a home? At GMFS Mortgage, we make it easy because we're local. Our underwriting and processing happens right here in the Baton Rouge office. That means faster approvals, smoother closing, and real people who understand your needs. For over 26 years, we've helped our neighbors in Louisiana achieve the dream of home ownership. Visit GMFSmortgage.com to get started today. We are GMFS Mortgage, your local lender. GMFS.
NMLS number 64997 is an equal housing lender. Mortgages originated at 7389 Florida Boulevard, Suite 200A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70806.
Wesley Construction is second generation, family owned, and hands-on. We stay involved because our name is on every project. We build with pride, with people we trust, and for clients who value results and relationships. Visit wesleyyusa.com or follow us on LinkedIn.
Are you experiencing fatigue, low libido, and muscle loss? Rejuvame specializes in testosterone therapy. You'll meet in person with a nurse practitioner who will make recommendations based on your lab work. Testosterone therapy at rejuvamemedical.com. That's REJUVIME medical.com.
Check engine light, weird clink, truck giving you a shake? Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you in for service today. You don't have to wait. Same day service. Schedule now at BayouCDJR.com. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, June 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect a high of 83 and surprise, surprise, rainy skies. In today's show at 8 a.m., we'll be joined by the voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair. Weekend winners at 8:15. Devin Snow hops on the show at 9 o'clock. And then at 9:30, Eric Sorensen. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
Nothing?
Nothing from Moose?
I'm sorry, this is new for me on this rendition of the show.
Yep.
Yo!
Hey! Yo! Here we go. Jake, Flynn, Moose, and Tay all here with you on a Monday morning. Flynn made it back from his birthday vacation, even though it's not his birthday for a couple more days. He still had to celebrate a little bit early there. And his flights were on schedule. He booked them on the right days, unlike our guy T-Bob used to do, and he is back.
I know y'all were worried. I was keeping y'all updated the entire time. I know y'all were worried I would miss my flights, so I couldn't come in and carry this show.
That's right.
But we made it. We made it back. Everything was good. Turks and Caicos.
First time, right?
Oh, yeah. First time I ever really knew where it was. Surprisingly. Very easy to get to.
So if you didn't know, you've never been, you didn't know where it was, and it was for your birthday trip, was the missus?
I knew where it was.
Involved?
I knew it was an island.
I knew a general area.
It
was to the right if you're looking at the map of the United States.
But I was shocked. We fly from New Orleans to Miami, then you get on the plane to Miami, and it's an hour and 20 minutes, and you're there. It's one of the closest islands you can get to. So we had a great time.
So you'll be back?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Good Lord, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was honestly the prettiest water and beaches I'd ever seen.
Well, there you go.
So we nailed it.
All right. Where'd you stay in like a resort?
So we stayed in so we had a bunch of people. So
Hotel Tonight situation.
Those are the best trips you could take. Like with a bunch of people, everybody chips in. Like we got a little house like right on the beach. It's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Brought home a conch shell. I don't know if that's legal, but I did it.
I'm pretty sure it is illegal to do that.
But it was a dead.
Sure
it was a dead conch.
Okay. I still don't think that matters. Why'd you bring that home?
Because it's beautiful. I wanted to give it to my children's.
Children's? Did you get 1 or 3?
I got 3.
Okay.
No, I got 1. I got 1 shell. Now we can all share it. We'll just look at it. They're pretty big. You can't carry 3 of them.
It's an awful idea on all fronts. You take one from the island, and you only bring 1 home and not 3.
Also brought home 1 sand dollar, too. That wasn't good either.
You're not supposed to do that either, I don't think. Aren't those things, like, can't they smell? Like, they smell your bag up?
It was dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but it wasn't like there was a dead, creature in this thing.
I don't know.
It was like an old dead shell that was in the ocean. The creature had left, either died or found a new shell.
Yeah. All right, well.
And it was there.
We'll figure it out.
At least that's what the guy told me that I was with.
Yeah, sure. We'll figure that out. Moose and Tay here with us as well. Moose, I know that you are not a morning person. It is not your favorite thing to do. You did this show longer than anybody expected you to do this show. You're filling in for Alondra. But does the fact that LSU beat Arkansas in the College World Series, they got a game again today, does that make it a little bit better?
It makes it a little bit better.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like Super Regional game 1 against West Virginia. Man, it was hot, but the Grand Slams cooled you off a little bit, right? That type of deal. So yeah, that's it. The big win. It makes it a little easier.
All right, fair enough. Tay, how we doing? How was the weekend?
Good weekend overall.
Probably mowed the grass again just to be sure.
No, it's rained for 35 days in a row now, so wasn't able to do that. Mother-in-law's car got broken into Saturday night. That was a fun time.
Ooh.
We had to stand in downtown.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
that was
downtown
a fun time.
Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
What happened?
We were at this little bar thing watching a baseball game, and we got there about 6:30, left at 9. So we were only there a little over 2 hours. Came outside, and me and Victoria parked a car over from them. Her back windows busted in, purse stolen out of the back seat. The Ford pickup truck next to them's windows broken too.
Come on,
just
come on, guys.
I know.
What are we doing
Be
here?
better.
What are we doing?
Be better, Baton Rouge.
All right. Well, sorry that happened.
It
sounds, other than that, it sounds like a good weekend.
Well, the good thing is, she brought a smaller bag in that had, her ID, her phone, her card in it. So, basically all they took was an empty purse.
Okay. Well,
All right.
joke's on them. Ha. Nerds. Did you get a chance to watch any of the LSU-Arkansas game while you were over on an island celebrating your birthday?
I know I was on vacation, but I left the beaches so I could be locked into all the sports this weekend.
I bet you did actually watch some golf yesterday and over the weekend.
So I watched we were able to watch a little bit of the baseball game, but I watched about a 20-minute recap of the game.
Okay.
So I'm blocked in, baby.
All right.
Then I watched some U.S. Open golf. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. During my flight back, and then driving home, I had it on I put the audio on driving back from New Orleans. But so I was locked into that, which was a crazy finish. So I know we're going to talk a lot of baseball, but we do need to jump into that a little bit as well. Because obviously, a little some LSU ties there with Sam Burns in the mix as well.
Yeah. 8 over
capable
in the
of making
round,
some headlines for sure. Yeah, unfortunately.
And then had a situation on 15 that I'm sure you want to talk about a little bit later on.
Yeah. Talk about that later.
Moose, what links would you go to if you were on a trip, Turks and Caicos, and LSU was playing in the College World Series to make sure that you watched every pitch?
Well, that actually could happen here this weekend because I'll be at the beach and LSU might be playing for national championship.
Okay.
It happened in 2023 as well, and I watched every single pitch. There was
fair enough. Who are you going to the beach with?
Family.
Okay. Does family understand?
Yeah, family's the same way.
Family's probably going to be watching with you.
Families will be watching with. Yeah, for sure.
It reminds me of when my daughter Harlow was being born and LSU Wake Forest were playing each other in the College World Series. and my wife was watching the game and wanted to watch the game. And then as soon as Tommy White hit the walk-off home run against Wake Forest, she goes, "Okay, you can call the doctor in now." It was the most gangster thing I'd ever seen in my life. It's like, all right, you can get the doctor in here now. And then literally Harlow's like 3 pushes later, she's into this world. And I tried to name her Tommy Tanks, but it didn't work.
That would have been good.
Didn't get to pull it off there. So, all right,
Good for her.
Moose, since obviously you're our LSU baseball correspondent here, give us your thoughts. 4-1, Cade Anderson did Cade Anderson things, and Zach Root lasted 38 pitches.
Yeah, that was surprising, but I understand Dave Van Horn's thought process there. And now, look, you're in a loser's bracket. If you need Zach Root, he can obviously come back after just 38 pitches, maybe even as soon as Tuesday. So you get past today, maybe you can use him Tuesday. But I thought LSU did exactly what they needed to do. They took advantage of every little tiny opening that they had. You can look at that second inning and say, oh, well, there were walks and hit by pitch. I would tell you the only things that LSU was given in that inning were the 4-pitch pass to Hernandez and the hit by pitch to Braswell. That at bat from Curiel, where, he falls down 0-2, didn't look good on 2 of those left-handed curveballs, and then just spit on a few more of them. Yeah. Great takes. That was the first of really 3 lead at bats from him, but he earned that walk. Obviously, a heads-up play by Dickinson to drop the bunt down in a very shocking situation that caught them off guard. He beats it out. And then you have the single, and I thought a great at-bat by Pearson to not punch out with the bases loaded in less than 1 out, right? Put the ball in play, and good things happen. So thought they manufactured that well. And then, dude, Cade Anderson. Jake, I talked about it all week on Musso at the Box. It's like everyone wanted to know, well, Arkansas hits lefties better. I'm like, Arkansas hits everybody. Like, they hit over 300 against righties, too. Yeah. If Cade Anderson is executing, he's going to be fine. Yeah. And he was. He put them in a 7-inning chokehold, and you got great support from your bullpen. Chase Shores looked awesome. Casey Evans, awesome. Big insurance run. I thought it was about as efficient a game that LSU could have played in their opener given the competition they were facing.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And look, Chase Shores looked so good. I was like, he might come back out for the 9th.
Yeah.
And nothing like Casey Evans hasn't pitched in a while. And I'm sure Jay's like, look, we got to get our guy in there. We need a high leverage situation. You're up by 3 runs. This is a perfect situation. And you're going to need Casey Evans to win the World Series. So nothing, against him. But I just thought Chase Shores, he's pitching so well, he's going to get the 9th inning as well, which if he can do what he's done his last couple of outings, that is just so big for LSU because they're looking for exactly what he's giving them.
Yeah, I think it's the best he's looked in an LSU uniform. I don't think that's really that debatable. He's just got command of 3 pitches, and now he's sitting 100 and 101 miles an hour.
Not too shabby.
No, yeah, pretty good. Yeah,
pretty good.
And the way they were hitting in the supers, it's if you would have told us that LSU is going to face 31 batters against Arkansas, I think we all felt pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Of course, man, the guy that came in, what's the guy's name from Arkansas that came in?
Oh, Gackle, Gabe Gackle. Yeah.
I was like, look here, Gabe, you need to go back across 8 Mile and get out of here. God, that was huge for Arkansas, obviously, because when you take your starter out, the last thing. Now, at the very end, they did have to probably use more arms than they wanted to. There for a while, I was like, they're going to use 2 arms. After taking their starter out, after 38 pitches, they're going to use 2 arms. He was dialed in. LSU could not figure him out.
He'll play the game for a very, very long time at a very high level. He's good enough with the fastball and slider. If he has the curveball and the changeup like he did a night ago, good luck. Sometimes no one loves to do it, but you just tip your hat to the other guy because he's pretty darn good too.
Yep. And he definitely, he saved a lot of arms for Arkansas, and now, they're going to have a chance, and they're going to be heavy favorites against Murray State. I fully expect, just like everyone did, for LSU and Arkansas to play each other again, some way, somehow. So, look, you beat the Hogs 4-1. The offense obviously did have their struggles. They struck out 16 times in the game, but you did enough. Curiel gives you an insurance run, which was huge. How many at-bats that he had that were just – for him to do what he's doing as a true freshman, getting down 0-2 and just finding a way to get on. His plate discipline is incredible. It's just time and time again. And, look, he got moved down because you're facing a lefty. That's just a guy I want as many at-bats as you possibly can get from that guy.
Can we leave him in the leadoff spot now? Like, we stop moving him down. That's my only complaint.
Hey, man.
Like, leave him in the leadoff spot and go.
It has worked, though. I mean, when he's moved down, he was 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. And then the other night, I mean, he gives you the insurance run. He gets on base. Like, that spot in the line, I get what you're saying, Tay, because, like, I want that guy as many times as he can. But the spot that he's finding himself in, it has been so big for LSU. And it's like, all right, well, if we're going against a lefty, this has worked pretty well.
When I was on the pregame show with Hunt Saturday, and I said we were talking about Curiel. I said he's the best at bat in LSU's lineup. Like, with all due respect to Milam, who never Milam hadn't struck out 30 times yet this year.
Right.
But Curiel's the best at bat, and for him to be able to show that in the sixth hole like he did on Saturday was remarkable. I mean, you brought up the insurance run. As great as the at bat was in the second, that one in the eighth, probably better because Cole Gibbler is in there to strike him out on the breaking ball, on that lefty breaking ball, because he's got one of the best ones in the country, and Curiel looked bad the first 2 times on it. So you're getting it again, and he stayed on it, hit it where it was pitched, and drove it the other way in the biggest spot in the ball game. Freshmen don't do that, right? Freshmen don't do that, and he's not a freshman anymore.
I think Curiel's kind of like the epitome of what we talked about after the Little Rock games. It's like their plate discipline, to me was incredible, and that's a testament to I think what Jay Johnson wants to do and the way he coaches and the way he builds that lineup. But the plate discipline since then has been just unbelievable to me. How they can take these
a couple of guys in your lineup for sure.
For sure.
I mean, the guys we're talking about now, Bear Jones.
That was rough.
Has got to figure some things out, boys.
Shooter's got to shoot, man.
I mean, look, it's the same pitch, it's the same location, and it's the same result. It seems elementary, but there has to be an adjustment to be made. I mean, this is somebody you're going to have come up with a couple of big knocks. I mean, he is the power in your lineup. He's right there. You've put him in the middle of your lineup. And speaking of like lineup changes, like that might have to be something you look at again because, I mean, it is all speed on the corner. He's chasing every single – it can be breaking ball, changeup, does not matter. He is still trying to pull the baseball. It's like it feels, again, like so youth baseball. Go the other way with it. Go the other way with it. Take it the other way, which Bear has the power to do so. But, man, you go up there with a platinum sombrero in a College World Series game, it's a tough look.
It's getting so bad, at least for me, that like I'm watching the game with my brother-in-law on Saturday night. Jones is up there. He's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, and he has 2 strikes on him. And he looks at me, and he's like, no way Bear strikes out for the 5th time. I was like, I'd be shocked if he didn't at this point. And, I mean, just no hope. Like, I mean, I had got up there. I had completely lost faith in him. I'm like, I'm shocked if he doesn't strike out.
It's a tough deal, man, because we know how good of a hitter he can be. And, look, hitters get into a funk. We know that, and it looked like he was going to find his way out of it, and LSU's going to need him to do just that against UCLA coming up later on.
We saw him getting that extra work in, though.
Yep.
He's getting the swings in afterwards.
Like, I have faith that he can make the adjustment, but you got to, at some point, make said adjustment.
You just got to feel the bat contact the ball a couple times.
That's it. I mean, at this point, for sure, it's like we always talk about with Chuck Knobloch getting the yips, couldn't throw it from second to first. Baseball is the ultimate sport of getting in your head, and then you get up there. I mean, hell, intramural slow pitch softball, right? You miss one, you're like, if I miss another one, I'm going to strike out. It's like sweaty palms, like, oh, my gosh, I've got to make – you start thinking about it. It's so different than even the sport that we played.
Everybody, like, in a skill position on any sport, whether you're a thrower, we see with kickers all the time getting slumps, golfers, hitters, anything like that. It's once you start getting in a slump, you get in your head and you start thinking about the littlest of things that you don't need to think about. When you're a batter, you just need to be thinking about what's the rotation of the ball look like, what's the ball placement, look for my pitch.
Yeah.
Instead of all the mechanical things that he's probably thinking of. I mean, there's no reason that he's staying there afterwards, but working on the mechanics of his swing, right? As a thrower, the hardest thing to hit all the time is the wide open person. That's the easy throw because you start thinking about, all right, don't miss it, don't miss it, don't miss it, don't miss it, instead of just letting it rip and letting your training take over at that point. So hopefully you can find, and that's why people slump. It's because they just get in their head and people become a little, like we say kickers are head cases all the time.
Right.
But it's any skill position. It's any swinger, thrower, kicker, anything like that. We're all head cases when it comes to that stuff. So you just got to be able to go out there and let it rip. But you have to get something early on to get your confidence going a little bit, even if it's like a hard foul ball. Just like something that's like, all right, I got it. Okay, I feel it. That's what it felt like to come off the bat. Now let's go rip it.
And certainly when we come back, I do want to talk about the defense that the Tigers showed in this game, including the last out, which that is not an easy play, and Milam makes it look routine. We'll cover it all. We'll preview UCLA. We've got a lot of great guests coming up, the first one being the voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair, at 8 o'clock. Stay locked in here. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommy's. GoTommy's.com is the website. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. And, well, all they do is win awards. Every single year, the Angie's Super Service Award, well, they've won it every year since 2016. But also, like here in this year, Best of Baton Rouge and the Advocate, Best Windows, Tommy.
You sure?
I'm damn sure. Because all they do is win awards. Every single year, hang the banners. Also hang your windows.
2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
It's like LeBron when he's with the Heat. He's like, he keeps going in 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. That's Tommy's.
But Tommy's did it.
Yeah. They actually delivered.
Integrity. They're dependable, professional, efficient. Go to GoTommys.com. That's 225-250-8808.
The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Welcome back in, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We're going with island theme music, huh?
Yeah, because I'm mentally just on an island right now. However, strangely enough, this song does remind me of the comedy. I think it's called Out Cold. Remember that one?
I do remember that one.
It's a ski movie.
Yeah, that's
set in the mountains.
That's a deep cut there. Yeah,
some like old like
ski school situation.
Yeah, kind of.
right?
It's like a ski mountain that's like going out of business or something like that.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring it back, but he
Oh,
plays this.
is that the movie where they got the drunk friend and they put him in the car behind the wheel?
It's Zach
on
Galifianakis
ice?
is the drunk, like the young,
and they start
Zach
spinning the
Galifianakis.
car and then screaming and act like they're crashing and he's behind the wheel even though the car's not on. Okay.
Yeah, and they go they ski downhill, like their thing is like they ski downhill, I think while chugging a beer and with their ass out.
Yes. I've seen
Great
that.
movie.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
2001.
Yeah,
Good pull.
there you go. Yeah,
That,
pretty good movie.
That song just kind of like tickles the nostalgia there.
Okay.
For that movie.
We may or may not have done that to one of my friends in high school who was passed out in the passenger seat, went to an empty parking lot, started hitting some donuts, and then started screaming and like we lost control.
You ever seen the like the video when like an 18-wheeler's towing another 18-wheeler so it looks like it's facing you? Like a guy's driving. His wife's asleep in the passenger seat. And he goes, "Oh my God, honey, wake up." And she looks and sees the 18-wheeler and loses it.
Oh, my wife would kill me.
Yeah.
It didn't go well for that guy.
Yeah. No,
it was
at
funny
all.
at the time.
It's so good.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. All right. Moose, I'm going to throw this one to you because you did have 16 strikeouts. Before we get to the defense, I promise, because the defense was really, really good. So Braswell has 3 strikeouts. Bear has 5, as we mentioned. Certainly not the only players that added to this total. Now, Milam had 2 and then came back and got a couple of hits. So ended up being a good day for him. What does it look like, in your opinion, tonight? Because Jay, as we all know, he's going to tinker. He's going to move pieces around. He is going to make sure that, to him, he's got the most competitive lineup, no matter what it was the game before. I mean, there's a couple of guys I think we could have conversations about. Braswell probably being one of them. You know, do you stick with him because of his defense? He did, you know, in like some of those double plays, obviously him getting rid of the baseball incredibly fast and getting it to Dickinson there at second base. Do we expect anything major outside of maybe, you know, the top spot like we talked about with leadoff?
I don't think you see anything major because at this point you know who your guys are. I mean, like you know who's going to give you the best chance to win out there. I think what you do see is shifting in the lineup. Like I would expect a more conventional, traditional lineup from what we've seen from LSU tonight. You're going up against a righty in Landon Stump who has pitched into the 6th inning all of 3 times this year. They don't let him go deep. UCLA leans on their bullpen an awful lot, and they're a right-handed heavy bullpen to boot. So you should see the majority right-handers. So I would expect Derek Curiel to be back at the top of the lineup. I would expect Jake Brown to start in right field. I think you do leave Michael Braswell in there, especially in this ballpark where defense is so key. And if you need an at-bat later in the game, you can go to Tanner Reeves. You can do whatever. But Braswell's glove was huge in that game for LSU on Saturday because LSU can turn a lot of double plays this season, just to be quite honest. And those came at big moments. The interesting thing for me is I think you see Dickinson move a little bit back up. And I want to see if you move Jones down again. I mean, I think that has to be something you're considering because the top of your lineup, Pearson had the good fielder's choice RBI and it was a great at bat and a really clutch moment, but none of them had a hit. Yeah. I mean, those guys they went 0 for 13 combined. So all your hits came from 4 through 9. So I think you see a few changes there, but not inserting more guys in, just moving the guys you have around.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And again, one of the things I always look forward to is, all right, what's Jay going to do with the lineup out there? Because we know he has done his due diligence in what he thinks is the best game plan after watching tape. And you mentioned, Landon Stump, and you sit there and you look at, even in the postseason, I mean, against Arizona State, he only goes 3 innings. Against UTSA, he only goes 4 innings. And so it's going to be a pretty quick hook if it's not going well for Stump out there.
Yeah, and that 4-inning outing, it was a 1-run ball game.
Yeah.
It was a 1-run game, and they went to him. I mean, they throw the kitchen sink out at you, man, out of the bullpen. They've got a lot of depth and a lot of good arms back there that they can go to. And the other thing with Braswell, too, UCLA is a small, they are the vintage John Savage small ball team. Rock Chalowski hits 62 points higher than anyone else on the team. Is the number 1 prospect for the 2026 draft. They had him drop down a sacrifice bunt on Saturday. That's just it's what they do. So give me the best gloves that you can have in there, because all it takes with a bullpen day, so to speak, is one guy to go in there and not have his stuff. And against a lineup like LSU, that could result in a 5 spot.
What a name, by the way.
So good.
He spells it R-O-C-H, but still.
Rock Chalowski.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
It's a great name.
You can't stink when you have that.
If you suck with that name, it's on you. Your parents did their job.
Like the coach is not going to be like, easy Al, Rock's coming up.
Rock's coming up. Yeah, he's a stud. By the way, look, it's going to be a very intriguing game. This UCLA team has not lost in the postseason, right? They have now. You could talk about who they've played, sure, but still, UTSA beat Texas. UTSA goes out to UCLA and they go 2-Q. All right, so the teams that have been put in front of UCLA, they have handled it. And UCLA has been close. We talked about this, I think, on Friday. They've been close a lot of times. They don't have the history that a lot of people think they do. You're thinking of USC. You're thinking of other Southern California schools. They won 1 in 13, and they had a 3-year stretch. I think it was 3 in a row where they got to the College World Series, during that time. But only 2 other times before then. They've only got that 1 national championship. And look, they had some pretty good arms on the mound to get that national championship. And so it's not this long history, but they have been close. And this team is certainly capable of going and making a run and winning a College World Series. I mean, again, they have not lost this postseason.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it the hard way, though.
For sure. Look, UCLA and Murray State, as soon as we figured out who is who and where is, you look at LSU and Arkansas, and both these teams knew what they were up against.
Yeah, and this is a little redemption, I think, for the old school Coach O sissy blue shirt situation.
He would have really hated
feet
their
off
uniforms
the plane yesterday
day.
from the island. That's really the best take I got on this game. Is we're just going to destroy the sissy blue shirts. So.
I mean, they got their revenge in that same game.
Yeah, they did. They ran counter about 47 times with Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, still trying to figure out how to tackle him.
He said, "Sissy blew this." My God, now he's a stud. But Moose loved their uniforms from UCLA the other day.
So horrible. They deserved to go 2-Q just for wearing that. The jersey is beautiful. If you just put white pants with the blue stripe, you've got one of the best uniforms in college baseball.
It is hard to screw up their colors.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's extremely hard. It does look great.
I mean, it's kind of like Charger colors. I say it all the time. It's you can't screw this up.
Right.
You just put it together.
Like purple and gold is easy to you can kind of mess that up a lot easier than you can.
It's a little bit more gaudy.
Light blue.
Yeah.
Right. But we don't mess it up.
Yeah.
How do you mess up light blue and yellow?
I mean, those are just their softball team has literally the exact same uniform. Literally.
My one baseball uniform take that I always feel like I'm Hunt Palmer because Hunt hates everything that's fun is when a team wears all black baseball uniforms. I got no space in my brain for that. It's every one of them looks certainly the Vandy ones with the pinstripes. They look like Al Capone out there.
Yes.
It looks like they got 9 Al Capones out there trying to play baseball. It looks like they're 1920s gangsters out there trying to play baseball. It's terrible. It is awful.
And Vandy has good uniforms that they can wear, and they don't. And it's I don't understand.
Speaking of bad uniforms, Louisville yesterday.
Horrible.
Oh my
God, that was terrible. I was like, where does it start and where does it end? I have no idea. Is it supposed to be red?
Soccer jersey.
Remember the awful Giants uniforms they wore, the throwbacks? It was like blue with like the random red in the middle. That's what that Louisville jersey looked like. It was awful.
Now, in that ugly ass jersey, Arizona had a meltdown.
Oh, they did.
A meltdown yesterday. That
Louisville is the team I'm most surprised that is still in this tournament.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they struggled at the end of the ACC. They were in, but like them and Miami was kind of like, I don't think both of y'all are going to get in. Now they ended up, surprisingly, Miami got in, but I'm with you.
Louisville had a couple of like lucky hits to the outfield, but then they bring back, you know, it's my favorite play in all of baseball, the most electric play. One of the most electric plays in all of sports, the suicide squeeze. Ran it a couple of times.
Suicide squeeze. I love it.
I mean, it gets strong. Yeah.
I love it. If you have somebody that can handle the bat, I love it.
Oh, my God. And
now the guy Moose, is with every day. He really loves it. So he loves a good bunt.
Favorite play.
I didn't clock into that game until the bottom of the eighth when the rally started, right? But as Louisville always had aggressive on the base path, they were stealing bases.
It is part of who they are.
They stole so many bases. Like catching them off guard. Arizona just completely started melting down. They weren't even covering the bag, so they were just like, pitcher would have the ball, walking to the mound, no one discovered second. They would take it. They suicide squeeze. They did 2 or 3 of them that inning. And
if you got somebody that can handle the bat without question, and you got speed like Louisville does, it's a part of who they are.
Yeah,
it's like the old throwback.
They even called it one time, and they did the suicide squeeze, and the batter didn't catch the sign and didn't bunt. And so they caught the guy from third, stealing home, of course, and he still scores. That's great.
That's when you know it's your day.
That's
when you know it's your day.
Right? You do.
Because Arizona felt like they had that game on cruise control for the majority of it.
The whole game, it felt like.
Well,
there's nothing Louisville can do to score enough runs.
Well, then what was the play? Okay, so Louisville gets the solo home run, right? It made it 3-1.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to score again. I don't know if you guys saw it. The play by the Arizona shortstop. Dove out, caught it, literally just tossed it blindly over his head to the second baseman. Like, Arizona's rolling in that game.
Yeah.
Because that was pure luck. He had no idea where the second baseman was. And then, I'm watching that, about to leave my house. I'm like, all right, Arizona's got this in the bag. Then I'm following, and I'm like, holy hell,
Me
what
too,
a meltdown.
the same way, yeah.
Yeah, you knew it was your day. It's like only in that ballpark plays big, and they had runners on first and second. They bring in like one of the best pitchers in the country, their closer, to bring it home, and they hit 2 that should be probably pretty routine fly balls to the outfield that just they had to run so far they couldn't get to them. That kind of sparked it. But any other ballpark,
it's a big ballpark.
It is.
They got
sprawling
ground to cover.
Yeah.
And if we go to the Coastal Carolina Oregon State game, the play that their right fielder makes, I believe that was it in the, I think it was the 8th inning that he made the play. I mean, he's going towards the foul line and just picking them up and putting them down, and finds a way to that baseball. And Coastal Carolina continues to be highly, highly impressive. And I know we got to take a break, but I certainly want to talk about that game as well, because Coastal Carolina, y'all, has not lost in like 2 months, okay? Don't ever say mid-major with them again. It's kind of like Gonzaga in basketball. Sure, they play in what you consider a mid-major conference. There's nothing mid-major about Coastal Carolina. We'll break that down. And again, we got Chris Blair joining us from Omaha in about 20 minutes from now. Stay locked in here to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. BoudreauxElectrical.com right now, because look, we do have some poor weather over the last couple of days. We know storm season is a-coming. You don't want that power to go out while you're trying to watch the Tigers. That would be doomsday. Not only would it be bad because you couldn't watch them play, it'd be hot in your home, right? You got no AC. Your food's going to spoil. But if you've already talked with Boudreaux's Electrical, you got the whole home generator. So immediately, as soon as something happens, you barely even notice because it immediately kicks on. You don't miss a beat, and it gives you the ultimate peace of mind. So go get that free quote we always talk about. It's in the top right corner of the website, BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, I flew over the Gulf of Mexico. I messed it up. Gulf of America. Flew over the Caribbean. It looked peaceful, but you know what? It's about to light up. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com, 225-300-9389.
There it is, the extra mile. on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
– 2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB. We got so excited because our guy Flynn was back in town. LSU won. We have delayed it, but let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Of course, you can go visit GoFlowIV.com or visit GoFlow IV Spa on Facebook to learn more. Book your appointment. It's right there on Jefferson near Bocage. Go ahead. Summer is here. Louisiana heat is no joke. Go ahead and get hydrated over there with GoFlow IV Spa.
Yeah, baby. Get hydrated. You know I'm the hydration guy.
Oh, yeah. I got a feeling you'll be going to GoFlow a little bit later today. Everybody that was in Turks and Caicos will be heading to GoFlow IV.
That's right. And we, thanks for bringing us in with the Beach Boys here. R.I.P. to Brian Wilson.
I saw that.
Yep. The creative spirit for the Beach Boys died at age of 82.
Yeah, shout out to the Beach Boys.
Shout out, man.
Shout out to the Beach Boys. Also, speaking of the beach, Coastal Carolina, pretty good at baseball.
They near the coast?
They're pretty close.
Huh.
Yep. Conway, South Carolina, even though we call it Myrtle Beach. Man, they look good. And they were one of the teams that we talked about coming into the College World Series, because I don't care who you've played. if you haven't lost in 2 months, that's going to be impressive to me. And also, the Sun Belt's a pretty good baseball conference. And also, Coastal Carolina's won a national championship before in 2016. So when you have that confidence, right, it doesn't matter that you weren't there. It doesn't matter that that was 9 years ago, because you can be like, oh, yeah, our school is good enough and big enough to win a national championship. And, man, they look like they are on an absolute mission. That Oregon State team they beat is a really good baseball team. Yeah. And Coastal was in control of that game. Even when Oregon State, who's really good at making a comeback, they tried. Coastal shut the door pretty quickly on them. And when they're recruiting, that banner, you think that might be like one of the biggest banners hanging in a college? 2016 national championship from Coastal Carolina. I would put everybody I beat on that banner if I was them.
There's no doubt.
I'd have LSU's name on that thing. I would have every team. That's what we did.
Yeah, and that was my first thought too. I'm sure everybody else's. Like, well, I mean, nobody on this team was on that, on that team. They don't know what it's like, blah blah blah. But they got recruited here based on that expectation, based on them saying we can do it here because we have done it. Look at this banner. Yeah. So, this is especially this year, you're seeing so many smaller schools play so good, and it's a direct correlation to the good parts of the NIL system and situation. It's just getting better baseball around. But this is a team that's been there and done it, and a team that has the expectations because that's what they got recruited there to do with that expectation. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, come to our school. We're going to build a championship team. Well, Coastal's done it, and that DNA is in their blood. So I know y'all have been talking about it. Y'all are the baseball guys, like how nervous y'all are for that team and that squad. So, but it's a cool team to cheer for, right? I mean, it's Coastal Carolina. So we can cheer for them all the way up until they play the Tigers. But I can see the admiration in y'all's. I can hear the admiration in y'all's voice when y'all talk about their program.
They just do everything the right way.
Sure.
And the way they go about their business, the belief that they have, how they formatted this team, the people they've brought in, and just their story. I mean, longtime coach, and then the longtime assistant who leaves, goes to Central Florida for a little bit, comes back, and then he's the head coach there. I mean, Moose, I'll throw this one to you. I mean, it looks like a national championship caliber team without question.
For sure, and it starts on the mound for them. I mean, they've got a three-headed monster. You've seen all three of them pitch so far. Now they have 2 days off, so they'll be able to set that back up really however they want to. But Jacob Morrison last night, Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year, he was awesome. I mean, the 12-6 curve's good. The cutter, Oregon State had no answer for his cutter all night long. I mean, if he would have just had a little bit less command, not saying he had no feel for it at all, but that's a closer ball game. He really handcuffed their lineup with one pitch, and on top of that, like I said, he's got that hook, and he got up to 95 a few times, mainly about 91, 94. But that's a big arm. He's a great story coming off Tommy John. He's a big kid at 6'8". And, I mean, on that stage against a team that's won 3 national championships, to go out there and do what he did is awesome. And, man, Fluky, who's really been at the front of the rotation, he's no slouch either. And they've got some bats too. But for me, man, it really starts on the mound. You have 3 guys like that, and you can win anything that's in front of you.
Yeah, they're going to manufacture runs however they can. I mean, they only had 5 hits and got 6 runs yesterday against Oregon State. So, I mean, certainly the Chants look like they can go win a national championship. Now, playing today, Arkansas and Murray State is the game before LSU and UCLA. As we all know, Arkansas minus 600 on the money line against Murray State. Now, LSU's minus 300. That's a big number as well, but minus 600. Now, Murray State's been here before. I mean, Murray State has looked elimination right in the eyes. They did it against Duke, had to come back and win a couple of games. No disrespect to the Blue Devils, but the Hogs are a little bit different.
Yeah, minus 600 for a reason, right?
Yeah.
They've looked elimination in the eye, but you got to think Arkansas is going to be so excited not to be facing the pitchers from LSU, to seeing a different seeing some different pitches. So you got to think they're going to come back out. And,
now, they are going from facing, what I think is the best pitcher in the nation in Cade Anderson, and then Chase Shore's pumping, 100, 101 up there. Case and Evans in the high 90s, to probably facing 88 today, 88 to 92. right? And that might seem like, oh, they'll be fine, and maybe they are. But making that adjustment at every level of baseball is always difficult, right?
Yeah, it seems
even like in like 8U baseball, you're like, if a kid's pitching slow, you're like, scoot up in the box, scoot all the way up, wait on it on the back leg. I mean, every level of baseball. If you've been seeing something different and a guy comes in throwing 88 to 92, it will be a little bit of an adjustment for them.
Yeah, it seems like a good problem, right, to have. But, even a good problem is still a problem that you got to figure out. You got to think they're going to figure that out. So I'm kind of like you, though. I mean, I would expect in some way, form or fashion, Arkansas to match up with LSU again at some point in this College World Series.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. Fully expect that. That's the way that it felt like it always was going to be. So, all right, we'll continue breaking down the College World Series. We do have Chris Blair, the voice of the LSU Tigers, at 8. We've got weekend winners at 8:15, and we've got some LSU recruiting news to go over with our guy Shay Dixon at 8:30. So we do have a packed show here today. Stay locked in. It is OTB.
Off the bench.
Now, I am going to assume that on an island, I saw you on a boat, that you went for dose a couple of times.
Yeah, they kept trying to say, you want some Caribbean beers, some local stuff. No! Give me Dos Equis. I want to go for Dos.
I will say, so we got 2 pictures from you.
Yeah.
And I told our audience this. The first one was an airport beer. It looked really cold.
Well, it was 3 different beers. It was an airport beer, it was a start of vacation beer, and it was a morning beer.
Okay, true. But then you had like these shirts that were made.
Yeah.
For your birthday. Now your hair looked ridiculous, but in your hand was a Dos Equis.
It was a big ass Dos Equis. Yeah, so we had these like happy birthday, 40th birthday shirts, and it was an old picture. But guess what I was doing? Going for Dos. Drink Dos Equis.
Responsible.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
What was on the aux cord there on the boat in Turks and Caicos?
Oh, there was a lot, man. I actually, you know what's really nice is when you go out and you have no DJ responsibilities and the playlist is just hidden.
If you've created a playlist beforehand and you did it, but then you get to enjoy it, that is truly utopia.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like every other song having to be like find a banger. Then you
Yeah.
find one, everybody's like, boo, DJ boo boo.
Yeah,
Then
we
you gotta,
had some good people on the
Bad
trip that were just, good music vibes. They could switch it around. I mean, you don't ever want to just stick with one genre. So you want to be able to feel the rhythm of the day, feel the vibes. Vibes are great though. So I can't tell you exactly one thing because we probably listened to every song ever created. A lot of music.
Every song ever created.
Probably spent
well done.
Most of the hour, I would say 55 to maybe more, maybe 65% of the hours that we were on the island submerged in water, whether it was in the beach or in a pool.
Yeah.
Fingers were raisins. Toes were raisins.
What's wrong?
I don't know. There's a lot wrong with me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There's a lot wrong with me. But like I said, we got a lot of manufactured energy right now. A lot of caffeine going down.
Will there be a crash?
PEDs.
Oh, what PEDs you on?
Oh, lots.
All of them?
All of them. All of them.
Oh.
I told Moose and Taylor they got full like copyright, so you can use my baseball takes later in the shows later today. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. We'll cite the source.
You got it.
Is
Cite the source.
Moscona back
Sissy
from
blue shirts.
Yes.
Boston?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I was going to say, Moose, if you have to host, you can go ahead and take some of these takes from Flynn and lead the show with it.
Yeah. Moscona, you can use them too. You can lead with them. Check out these takes from Flynn this morning. Baseball is good.
I think you're onto something. I think you're right there in the path. Pretty close.
I did watch that one 15-minute Cliff Notes version of the game, though, on
You
the way
did?
back. On the plane. Downloaded it.
And
So I
you're
could watch it on the plane.
Look, if you're on vacation and you take the time and effort to do that, I think that's a well-done job. I'm giving you an attaboy. Just accept it.
You're welcome to all the listeners out there.
All right, on that note, we'll be back with the voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair, to kick off hour number 2 of OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Go to KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. Brandon Barton and the team are going to absolutely get the job done every single time. Flynn had a chance to meet Brandon the other day. He came in studio, and just the customer service, the attention to detail, the loyalty, like everything that he gives you is second to none. And he's done it for me inside our home, outside our home, but just the way that he knows your home, the way that he is going to learn your space and know it better than you know it in like 10 minutes. He's going to tell you exactly, hey, here's what you need, and this is the location you need it. It's going to blow you away. Go book everything today, KTOZBlinds.com.
Yeah, I met Brandon the other day, blown away with just his passion for what he does and what their company's mission is. So call them today, see how they can help you. I mean, we're getting in the heat of the summer, how they can save you money on your bills every month by keeping your home cooler. Go to KTOZBlinds.com. That's 225-791-1220.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, They've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Monday, June 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 83. In hour two of today's show, we'll attempt to connect with the voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair, at 8 a.m. Then at 8:30, some Cruton news with Shay Dixon. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number two of OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Jake, Flynn, Moose, and Tay all here with you. And now we are going to go to Omaha, Nebraska. The voice of your LSU Tigers, Mr. Chris Blair, joins the show. Voice, how you doing, man? Always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, guys. Hope you're having starting a good week and pretty good weekend. One baseball game in the books.
The weekend was fantastic. As look, when you play against one of your rivals in Omaha, you win the game like LSU did. Sets up a nice matchup tonight against UCLA. But CB, you have certainly been to Omaha before. You've called the Tigers games there. What is it like this year, maybe even compared to 2023? Because the crowd looked electric the other night against Arkansas. Certainly we see all the different scenes from all the different bars there in Omaha. It certainly looks like LSU is well represented.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I think, I've learned both in 17 and 23 that there's kind of waves of the purple and gold that make their way here to Omaha, which I certainly understand. And, you're almost there to the second wave. Again, the Tigers played later tonight, take on a UCLA team, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But suddenly you're able to kind of stay in that winner's bracket, and that road to the championship series gets a little clearer. I think you'll have another wave. But, yeah, there's tons of Tiger fans here, and, it's like everybody else has probably said that you've talked to. I mean, we got here with the team on Wednesday, and everywhere you go, it's immediate like, oh, we're so thrilled LSU made it again. So glad to have you guys back. And that goes for every place, not just the place with the Jello shots.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Rocco's is one thing, but there's plenty of bars that are filled with purple and gold. The other night we were expecting, ace on ace, and we got the Cade Anderson version of what we thought we were going to get from LSU. But I just assumed, look, Zach Root's going to be in there. He's going to go 6-7 innings, and it's going to be ace on ace. It's going to be this lefty duel. But Arkansas and Dave Van Horn, they pulled Zach Root after 38 pitches. And, look, it makes all the sense for, after you hear him talk about it, explain it. Now, obviously they saved a lot of their bullpen when, a guy comes in and does exactly what Arkansas was looking to get done. But how surprised were you that Zach Root only lasted 38 pitches and they did make the move in the moment?
Yeah, I think we all kind of understood, kind of what he was looking at. Although, you either have to believe Dave Van Horn has seen so much baseball that he literally knew what was going to happen, which, again, it ended up being a 3-run ball game. So, it wasn't as if, the wheels completely came off. And you also understand, okay, to get through the long haul, his stuff isn't working tonight. He doesn't look comfortable. Let's go ahead and go to Gackle, who was ridiculously good. But still, that being that early is the only reason it really kind of surprised me. I understood that Zach Root was, again, you don't know what would have happened if he stayed in a couple more, pitches, but it didn't look good. Yeah. That's awfully early to run up the white flag. And I'm not accusing him of giving up the game. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it did surprise me, I got to admit.
Boys, what's happening? This is Flynn.
What's up, Flynn? How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a long time. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, dude.
So looking ahead a little bit to tonight's game with UCLA, how do you see Jay shaking up the lineup, if any? How do you see the lineup playing out after the performance from the other day?
Yeah, I think again, Derek Curiel, and Jay has said this is not me coming up with this. He said this is the engine that gets LSU going. And again, Hunt and I talked about it on the broadcast the other night. When you look at when Curiel plays well, what LSU's record is, and when he struggles, and that's a lot of pressure to put on a young man, whether he's a true freshman or not at this point of the season. That's still a lot to put on him. However, it looked pretty good and looked pretty successful, down in the order a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I think it always dictated on pitching matchup. And so it wouldn't shock me to see the lineup be a little similar. But then again, it wouldn't shock me with the analyzation of all the data and how they try to line everything up. Wouldn't shock me to see something totally different than what we saw on Saturday.
Now, Chris, we fully expect Anthony Ianson to be out there and to be the guy and to do Anthony Ianson things. But such a luxury for what Cade Anderson did for you the other night, and the fact that you only had to use Chase Shores for an inning, you only had to use Kason Evans for an inning, and so having everybody available. Even if Anthony Ianson doesn't have his best stuff, which last time out he was barely missing some of his spots, but he was missing, and LSU had to find a way. But saving that bullpen in game number 1, even if Anthony Ianson doesn't have his stuff, is obviously a big deal for LSU.
Oh, 100%. That's kind of, I was kind of thinking about it once the game went final. Jay was kind of joking, but I think serious, the day the Tigers left, when he talked to the media about, hey, it would be great to go up there and start the World Series with a win and kind of make that path a little bit shorter to the championship series, which obviously was thrilled to see him get and his Tigers get Saturday. But again, to me, the biggest takeaway was in a game where runs were at a premium, you were able to keep Cade Anderson in there. Your young man goes very deep for you. Chase Shores didn't have to labor very much when he brought the flamethrower in, and then Kason Evans. And suddenly now, with this intimidating gauntlet that the College World Series can be, I don't think LSU could ask to be in a better shape to have won that game 1 against Arkansas and to have the pitching staff. And I don't know how you make it I don't know how you come into the second game in the winner's bracket not feeling as good as you possibly can based on what you still have available. Again, knowing that you have Anthony Hyanson to start your second game here in Omaha.
Now, one of the things that's probably going to get lost a little bit, and look, I did it earlier this morning. You're talking about all the things that, attributed to the win against Arkansas, and you kind of forget about how good defensively LSU was. Some of the double plays that they were able to turn. I mean, even the play to finish the game, like, that's not routine by any means. And Stephen Milam goes, and finds a way to get it out and makes it look more routine than it should. But the defense was so big for LSU, and it's been good all year long.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, they're on pace again to be one of the best, if not the best, statistically defenses in the program's history, which is, again, you can go through the entire list of the players that's worn the purple and gold and been great defenders. So, yeah, I mean, and, you think back, that's one of the things that Jay just kind of quietly talked about as the season went on, because everybody wants to talk about, his offense or, how's the pitching staff coming along. And while both of those have had really great moments and they've had not so great moments, the one consistency has been defensively. And, you look at a team like Arkansas. I think they've been held under 2 runs once this year, and that was the other night.
Yep.
It's a team that gets runners on. They're not the most aggressive team as far as stealing bases, but they get traffic on bases. And then they seem to be able to find the key hits. And for them to have one base runner reach second base the entire game, a handful of hits given up, it's just, wow. And again, some of those plays you talked about, that double play early, the first double play of the ball game couldn't have come at a better spot where all of a sudden it kind of looked like the strike zone was getting a little elusive.
Yeah.
You give up the single and then suddenly, boom, there's a strikeout and then he gets to the double play. But yeah, you're right. I think defensively is probably something of all the things people talk about for LSU from a national, media perspective, probably the least they talk about is how solid this team is defensively.
Chris, you mentioned earlier that Jay had said that Curiel is kind of like the engine that makes the roster go. But talk to us about what Milam's doing right now and kind of what he means to this LSU lineup and this team.
It's crazy, Matt, when you think about it, because I've had to stop myself a couple of times from saying, hey, if you're getting offense like this from Stephen Milam, that's kind of lagniappe, because that really doesn't tell the whole story, because we all know what Stephen Milam is able to do at the bat, which is nothing more impressive to me is just the way he goes as a switch hitter from left to right. So let's give him props. So it's not as if suddenly out of nowhere Stephen Milam's producing, but it has been a tough season, as solid as he's been at shortstop. And now all of a sudden, where he spent most of the season, or at least the back half of the season, towards the back of the lineup, you're starting to see him move up a little bit and contribute. And, again, in a game like Saturday's game where base runners were at a premium and runs were at a premium, you get a night like that out of Stephen Milam, that makes a difference in a ball game.
All right, there he is, the voice of the LSU Tigers, Chris Blair. Good enough to join us from Omaha. Chris, we appreciate the time. Enjoy Omaha, and good luck on the call tonight.
Looking forward to it, guys. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely. Again, Chris Blair, good enough to join us here on OTB. Man, we said it while you were gone. We kind of nominated you to go along with us. Like, if LSU makes it to the championship series, like, can we find a way to be there and also do the show some way, somehow?
Yeah, we could probably.
Maybe.
We could probably rent a little van. Little church van.
They have power. Like, just all we need is, like, a plug-in.
Oh, you can bring
do it in a van down by the river.
Here we are by the river here in Omaha. OTB.
That would be on brand for us.
It would be actually pretty good.
I know.
There's pretty famous podcast people doing some stuff in a Bussin' with the Boys.
Oh yeah. Shout out Will.
Shout out
Taylor. Trying to think, you didn't cross paths with either one of those guys.
No,
okay.
Did not.
Just making sure. It's like 6 degrees of Matt Flynn. Just trying to make sure.
I was teammates with a lot of people. Could have been, actually. Kind of hard to keep up with it.
Maybe.
I knew
Soft maybe.
A couple teams that I knew exactly like 5 people's names on my team.
It's all right. You knew those 5. Those 5 meant something to you. All right, when we come back, weekend winners here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Getgordon.com for Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. You probably have seen the great videos. Former LSU pitcher Will Helmers out there in Omaha, bringing the vibes, bringing the juice, thanks to the G team. Always doing something in the local community, and you can find that at Get Gordon. It's always going to be the handle on all major social media to see what they're doing in your local community. You know the website, getgordon.com, where you can chat with the live chat agent, like right there. It's going to pull up bottom right corner. You can see what they've done in the courtroom, past client results, like cases they handle, all of that right there at your fingertips on getgordon.com. And then you always know it is your area code in Louisiana, followed by, you probably guessed it, 888-8888.
Yeah, be a part of the G team anywhere in Louisiana. Your area code, 888-8888. That's getgordon.com, getgordon.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Princess of the islands.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
We're
not really locked into LSU football. Right?
No, it's LSU baseball season. Tigers are in Omaha. This song does make me want to have like some kind of a coconut drink in my hand, though.
This song doesn't make me want to party at all.
Sometimes it's about the relaxation and the kicking your feet up there, pal.
I don't really. So when I go to a beach, I don't like to relax.
Oh, really? You don't like to just
I'm not a big. I've never understood. Let's go to the beach and
listen
just
to the
sit.
waves a little bit.
I can't do that.
Really?
I can't.
Well, actually, I've met you. That tracks.
Yeah, relaxing is not relaxing to me.
Oh, oof.
I gotta be doing something. Like if we're at the beach, I'm up. Get a ball. Let's throw it. Let's go jump in the water. Let's do this.
I get like that a little bit too, but let me get some free time to do what I was just describing. I'll do it.
I get it.
Me.
Like
I'll do it.
We're just everyone's a little different, If I go, if I'm on a little boat, I don't want to just sit there and do nothing. I want to jump off that thing. How deep is it out there, Captain? A cannonball. But yeah, like I said, relaxing is just not relaxing to me. That's why I've never, we had our kids, we'd go to the beach, and it's a little bit stressful. You got to pack all this stuff. I got to carry all the stuff. I got to set it all out. Then you just kind of sit there. Then they get all tired in about 30 minutes. You got to pack it back.
Yeah.
But then,
all right.
Yeah, sitting there stressful.
Let's get a little weekend winners.
That's how winning is done.
That's
Every
right.
Monday, bud.
We can't have anyone freak out out there, okay? Gotta keep our composure. Got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole thing.
All right, I'm going to start this off with a weekend winner / weekend loser from the same game.
Slasher.
Grant Holmes struck out 15 Colorado Rockies for the Atlanta Braves. 15 of them.
A lot.
It's a lot of strikeouts. Almost set the franchise record. I believe it's 16. So he strikes out 15 Rockies. Well, the Braves won, obviously. They lost 10-1.
Oh. How do you score 10 runs?
Grant Holmes struck out 15 Rockies, and they lost the game 10-1.
Oh. Was it just strikeout, home run, strikeout, home run? What happened?
The wheels came off after they took out Grant Holmes.
Oh, okay.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave up 10.
A season high for the Rockies in runs?
That's a touchdown and a field goal.
Gotta be.
Probably series high just from the one game.
That's probably.
Yeah.
Rockies been hot.
Strike out 15 and lose 10-1. It's hard to do. It's impressive, actually.
The Rockies kind of went on a little run there after we...
a little bit after we poo-pooed on them.
After we poo-pooed on them.
Yeah.
Weekend winner here. This is one of the biggest winners probably of the year. Mr. J.J. Spawn. J.J. Spawn rallied, held off in an absolutely diabolical golf course to win the U.S. Open yesterday.
It was.
Absolutely. We can get into more about the details later. But yeah, holds on to win his first major, only a second PGA tournament victory in his career, and he's been at it for quite a while. But yeah, takes home $4.3 million.
I mean, I'm sure Sam Burns took home a pretty good purse as well.
He took home a good purse, and he's probably very upset about making that money.
Yeah, I know.
It was a tough last 12 holes for that guy.
Yeah.
But we can get into that. But yeah, J.J. Spawn, we're all about the weekend winners right now. Held it off and jumped on the scene, absolutely exploded onto the scene. Most people hadn't heard of this guy who's a casual golf fan. Been a really consistent, good player, I guess, on the PGA for a long time. Has really popped off this year. He got on a playoff with Rory at the Players' Championship earlier this year. But before that, it only won one time at the Valero Open in 2022. So J.J. Spawn, U.S. Open, can't ever take that away from him.
Lasts forever. Bet they do. Moose, you got a weekend winner?
Yeah, we kind of talked about him earlier in the first hour when we were talking College World Series, but Jacob Morrison, Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year from Coastal Carolina, awesome last night, man. To be on that stage, winner's bracket, take control of the thing. He just goes a cool 7 1/3. No big deal against a program like Oregon State and punches out. I believe it was 7 that he punched out. Just gave up the 1 run. Cutter was filthy. He's got a chance. 2-0 with 2 days off.
All right. Hey, he's a large human being as well.
Giant man, yes.
My God, Chris Budden was interviewing him after the game, and I was like, how's the air up there, fella? Jesus. Tay-Tay.
Yeah, first weekend winner for me. We had already talked about this previously as well. Louisville Cardinals. I mean, it looked like their season was over. They looked dead in the water. They rally, get a big-time win over Arizona to send them home. And I'll pair this with my weekend loser, the NCAA, because when Arizona went home, they put up a picture of the Arizona baseball team saying, thank you for your good season. Well, they did that, and here's the Arizona baseball team. The only problem is when I scroll up in the tweet, they tagged the Arkansas Razorbacks baseball team and not Arizona. And you can say, okay, Arizona, Arkansas. No, this is Razorback baseball, not even close to Arizona. So good for you, NCAA. You got Arizona right here, and then you tag the Arkansas Razorbacks. Stay hot.
They're just used to doing that this time of year.
I was trying to look that up earlier. Like, what is their tag?
Arkansas,
is it like UA
Arkansas
baseball
BSB.
or whatever? No.
No,
If it was
it's
like
not.
U of A baseball,
No.
I get it. Maybe
Not close.
we'll slip. Nah.
Now when it's like Razorback.
Yeah, like not close.
Wrong. A.
Intern got fired, probably. Somebody's head's got to roll, unfortunately.
Immediately.
Yeah, that happened. Weekend winner, the box office is back.
What?
I love going to movies. Don't get to do it often with all the youth sports and such. Love going to the movies. One of my favorite things that I've ever done in this profession. So I used to travel to the games for Cox Sports, and on Fox Sports Radio, I would do a hit for the SEC. But also at the end of it, I'd go see a movie on the road because I was by myself. And it was like I'd give a movie review on Fox Sports Radio. Used to love it, right? So the box office for a while went away. I think it might be back.
We're back.
How to Train Your Dragon made $84 million on opening weekend. Lilo and Stitch made, to this date, $366 million. Mission Impossible, $166 million. Now the worldwide gross is like over $400 million. So I don't know. I mean, even Karate Kid Legends, they keep squeezing that. And $44 million.
Wait.
Final Destination, Bloodlines, $131 million.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me right now there's a Final Destination, a Karate Kid, a Lilo and Stitch, a Mission Impossible,
And How to Train Your Dragon,
and
too.
this is not 1998?
Yeah. All of them
Is that
are
what you're
either
telling
a
me?
sequel or a remake, yes.
This is
But still,
unbelievable.
box office numbers are big. We love that.
No, they are. We went to the movies on Friday, and it was
What'd you see?
packed. We saw How to Train Your Dragon. Not my choice, Victoria's choice.
What?
but-
How was it?
So you and your wife.
No, we
Oh.
went with a couple that has like a kid, and they picked it.
So was a child with y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bet,
Let's say
bet.
if y'all went and there was like
No. We got
Materialist
invited.
came out as
So how
well.
was
A
it?
rom-com made $12 million.
So it was good. I obviously went in completely blind, didn't know anything
Oh, you
about
never
it.
seen the animated
Never saw the animated. So it was pretty good.
Well, you can make
But
fun
the movie,
of people.
The point was like the theater was.
I'm just saying with the other
packed, everybody.
options, like there's some really good.
There's some good options, but like, I've been known to sit there and watch a movie with my kids at home or something, and everybody's already left the room or fallen asleep, and I'm sitting there just into it, not even noticing they're gone.
I had never seen the movie Luca, Disney movie, and I put it on for Harlow. She was interested for like 30 minutes, and so which is a long time for a 2-year-old. And I sat there and I looked up after 30 more minutes, like, oh, she's not in here anymore.
Yeah, they were riding that
I'm
Vespa.
locked into these sea monsters.
They were riding that Vespa, riding that downhill bicycle.
I'm like, I'm pot committed at this point. I've
gotta
never seen
tell
it
you,
before.
too, I mean, go to the movies these days. It ain't cheap.
Tell me more.
Oh, get one of those like movie-themed popcorn buckets.
Yeah. Oh.
But I mean, we're looking at $25-$30 for that thing.
Yep.
But nothing hits like a movie theater popcorn.
I'm pretty sure the Mission Impossible one has like a set of keys that you have to put together and unlock the top to get the popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take that one.
See the one for Dune 2? Kind of weird looking.
Yeah.
I want to Google that one.
T-Bob liked that one.
Sure.
He did. Any more weekend winners or losers? You want to talk about the Red Sox trade?
No, I do not want to talk about the Red Sox trade at all.
You don't?
No, they really ruined a great weekend of sweeping the Yankees, didn't they?
I thought it was going to be a weekend loser for you. That's why I gave you the floor. Okay.
I mean, it is
All
a
right.
weekend loser, but I'm...
All right. I figured. Flynn, going once?
I mean, I don't want to, because he's an LSU Tiger, I don't want to do it to Sam Burns. So I'm just going to say that golf fans in general that were locked into the U.S. Open, having to come back after the rain delay yesterday in an absolute just pile of wetness on that golf course, and watching the best golfers in the world go for this title in that kind of environment. Most people struggled. Now, a couple people rallied and played great in it, but goodness, it was a wet mess. I think a lot of people out there might have liked to see that kind of get delayed to Monday.
Yeah, I'd give weekend loser golf fans. Because,
Yeah.
sure, it's the U.S. Open. None of the big name players were in contention. Sam Burns is probably the only name you know, and then he collapsed on the last day.
I mean, you had Victor Hovland, you had Adam Scott, you had some people up there, but it looked for a long time like we were going to see somebody win by default because everybody else lost it.
Yep.
But thank God that J.J. Spawn actually kind of went out there and won it, so it kind of gave us something to cheer for. But, man, that course, with it being wet, it was eating them up already, but with it being wet, it might have been nice to see that thing get kind of pushed to Monday.
I agree with you on that.
Look at that, 2 golf takes. Kidding me?
The course looked awful.
I mean, what would you have shot on that course after the rain?
700.
700 at least. And then J.J. Spawn, it started raining. He had this, the shot of his life walking up to the green on 18. He had to make a 2-putt from, God knows where, other side of the earth. And it starts raining on him hard. Whew. Attaboy.
All right, we got Shay Dixon now. Shay's got some scheduling, so we'll probably have a quick segment and then get to Shay around 8:40. But obviously, some big LSU recruiting news to go. Look, I mean, they right now looks like they could have the #1 class in the country when it's all said and done. So a lot of recruiting news to go over. A 5-star receiver that's committed to LSU was in a full Tennessee uniform on an official visit over the weekend. So we'll get to all that with Shay Deasy when we come back. Here it is, OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey, go to PelicanRoof.com. PelicanRoof.com is the website for Pelican Roofing. Great financing options, and you can check those financing options out right there on the homepage of the website. It is a great tool because it's going to pull up all the 5-star reviews. It's got the Facebook. It's got Yelp. It's got all the reviews right there on the homepage, so you know exactly what you're getting from Pelican Roof. We always talk about the instant roof quote. That's going to be a tool on the homepage of the website as well. So your home, your business, you put in your address of the roof that you need repaired. If you need it completely brand new, and it's going to give you an idea of what that would cost based off Google Maps. It's an incredible tool that they have over at Pelican, PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, go check them out. The roof is such a big deal. So go check them out on their financing options. They can help you out. Call them, see what their options are. PelicanRoof.com, 225-228-2865.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, This is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Tay, you are certainly the member of the team that keeps up with recruiting the most. Tristan Keys is somebody that is a 5-star player committed to LSU, one of the top receivers certainly in the country. This last weekend, he was seen in a Tennessee uniform and enjoying himself, and it's not uncommon for us to see that. But what are your thoughts if you're an LSU coach or if you're somebody that has this kid committed and you see that? You get a little worried there, Tay?
No. Okay, so the last time I filled in for you guys, right after Memorial Day, he had taken a trip to Miami on an official visit. So I started reaching out to people, and Bryce Kuhn for Go247 hopped on with me. He actually went to Mississippi, visited with him, visited with the coaches and everything, and his take on it was kind of, look, he's fully committed to LSU, but he's a guy that wants to get out, wants to see the sights, wants to take his visits. I mean, he didn't seem overly concerned with, like, hey, this guy might be a flip risk. Now, obviously that can change, but the word now is, like, he's committed. He just kind of wants to take his visits. Now, obviously, if you're LSU, you don't want that, but you kind of can't tell him not to do it. Like, the kid's going to do what he wants to do, but not overly concerned. But, I mean, it's something to keep an eye on.
All right.
I think you said it. I mean, I don't follow the recruiting as much as I probably should, but seems like
the game's changed. I mean, all of us in this business, it used to be something that was like tier one of what we followed. And now through guys leaving after a year, transfer portal, it's just not the same as it
It's
once
a little
was.
watered down now because like most people are more worried about recruiting the guys that are already on your roster, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that they stay there. But I got to tell you, one of the trends that I hate in recruiting is the photo shoots in uniforms.
Yeah.
I think it's cringeworthy. I don't know what it does for anybody because you see one recruit, he's got 10 different uniforms on and he's posting about it. What good is that doing anybody? I don't know. I just think it's cringeworthy. It's an old man take. I got it. Like, I just don't see the point. I don't understand it. I just think it looks dumb.
Like, I don't know, and this is going to sound old man as well.
It's fine.
There was some. I am God.
40.
There was something about putting on an LSU uniform for the first time.
No doubt.
Once I was an LSU Tiger. Like the first time I ever put on the game uniform was to get ready for Oregon State in 2004.
It's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And I'm sure like when they started this trend in the recruiting world, whoever started it, it was awesome at that point. Like if you're a recruit and you're going on 10 different visits, putting on 10 different uniforms just to take a picture for social media. What are we doing?
If Huck is getting recruited for any sport and he goes on a visit and they're like, all right, uniform time, you can be like, actually.
Let me help you get dressed, bud. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm not telling anybody not to do it because that's the thing to do. I just when
I'm
you
sitting
see
here
it,
thinking like I want to act like the Hesters what. Man, they'd be out there hitting the poses up. They'd be doing the I just think they would.
I just don't think it's like I don't
maybe
like
maybe
really
the oldest
trend
wouldn't, but
I get that. I get why you do it because it's the thing to do. I just don't like that it's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's special when you get to put on that uniform for the first time. That is an unbelievable feeling. It makes you like it's kind of a culmination of the work you put in to get to that point. Blah, blah, blah. It's just watered down. Like if so you go play at LSU, those pictures are going to live forever of you in a Tennessee uniform.
So you're saying you would not, as Abo sends me a reminder here in the chat, you would not be the dad of the Florida recruit that also put on the full uniform in the picture. You're saying you wouldn't be that guy.
Are you serious? A dad?
Yeah, this is about
You've never seen
2
that
years
picture?
ago.
What?
I'll find it.
Okay, this is
A
one.
parent.
This is one
I
of the
forgot about
times that
that.
I'm so glad. Okay, this is the LSU commit. This is not the parent.
Who are these people cheering?
I was wondering that
Who
too.
are
like,
this?
None of them are players.
Who are these people? With
Are these hired like extras?
I was wondering that too. Did they get like a fee for this?
Or someone went out on the streets of the university and said, "Hey, come up here and we'll give you a pom-pom."
It's like a runway.
It's an orange runway.
Oh.
Huh. Well.
All right.
Well, and I'd like to ask Shay about this too. It's kind of like the LSU toy box.
And on that note,
we're putting the recruits in.
We'll ask Shay about that and much more when we come back. Shay Dixon on 3 joins us to break down some LSU football recruiting here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Right now is a great time, just like it always is, to buy new from All-Star Toyota. You go over there, they've got the Sequoia, the Tundra, the Tacoma, the Sienna, the Highlander. They've got something for everyone and every lifestyle there at All-Star Toyota. But now is also a great time to check out the leases. I take full advantage of leasing a Highlander. Been extremely happy with it. If you want to rent, per-day rental prices. Like the month of June is when everyone travels. Softball, baseball tournament. You got the World Series going somewhere. You got the World Series in Omaha that maybe you want to go watch the Tigers play. Maybe you're going to the beach. Whatever it is, per-day rental prices over at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
Yeah, you can do everything from your house, too. Go to their website. See what they have in stock. See what they got on the lot. Check out what your car is worth. See what the buyback options are. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com, 225-433-0105.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Just don't like that one.
Which one?
That comeback, that lady.
What'd she say? What was that?
Legends? Oh, yeah. Cringy. All right, somebody that's not cringy is our guy, Shay Dixon, on 3 Sports. Bengal Tiger on 3. Crushes it always. Shay Deasy, what's going on, sir? How we doing?
You don't live with me, so yes, you don't think I'm cringy, but some people
All right.
I'm driving actually, Emily, my better half, to the airport right now for the National Letter Winners Convention.
Awesome.
As a couple former players here, I'd assume your L Club status is up to date, boys.
Flynn's probably is.
Look,
Flynn's actually
I
probably
jumped in.
is.
Oh, we've got confirmation. Matt's is.
With Emily, since her first year last year, I jumped in with that lifetime membership.
You did?
L Club.
All right. You want to get me one?
No, bud.
Why? We're teammates. I blocked for you. Like, I kept you safe.
It's your own L. You have your own letter. I have my letter. You have yours.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to eventually get on that. A soft guarantee.
There you go.
How about that? All right, Shay, so we were talking before you hopped on. There's a couple of guys I want to ask you about. So Tristan Keys is probably something that you've had to answer a lot already. He's going on his official visits. There's videos and pictures of different uniforms. But the one, obviously, with him in the Tennessee uniform going down the orange runway there with a crowd is certainly making its wave on social media. Status with him and his LSU commitment?
Still committed, which, if people don't know what you're referencing, the entire Tennessee staff and personnel all did kind of a tunnel cheering for him, and I think it kind of brought out in a lot of people. I'm glad I'm not a college football coach right now, but that's how you entertain and wine and dine in the new era of 5 stars. But look, Tristan Keys coming out of my alma mater, Hattiesburg High in Pineville. LSU's recruited so well there, and I guess most people know this, but look, Baton Rouge to Hattiesburg and Laurel, Oak Grove, all that is closer than it is to Starkville or Oxford or Tuscaloosa. So even being Mississippi kids, we've seen them have a lot of success in that area recently. And Tristan being committed out of Hattiesburg High, he was always going to make these visits. Miami, Tennessee this past weekend. A&M was in the mix 2 weekends ago, but his final visit of the month this weekend, LSU, and it will be kind of a who's who of guys on campus with camp, official visits, the Bayou Splashes this weekend. So a jam-packed weekend, and Keys will be there as the headliner, one of the headliners.
Shay, what do you think the opening line is for LSU coaches when recruiting wide receivers? Is it just basically look at what we've done over the last decade in wide receivers? Because if anybody should be able to recruit wide receivers in the country, it should be LSU.
Yeah, I think I remember that Tristan committed, and it was kind of turning that way, but he committed the day after Jamar Chase landed his new contract. So certainly those kids aren't overlooking what the guys like Jets and Jamar and obviously into Malik and Brian here recently have done in the NFL. So really it's the same. It's that pitch. It's, hey, look, always going to have talent. It's the same pitch they give quarterbacks, which, we all lived through the Les era. Y'all won a natty. So, but, not knocking you, Matt. You were the GOAT, right? But no one is looking at – these kids look at LSU. Think about it. When they were 14, maybe, they started really knowing they had a chance to play college football. Well, LSU's won 2 Heismans at quarterback since then. Every receiver has gone on to immediately set these NFL records. So I think it's kind of most LSU fans who are over 30 are kind of wake me up, am I dreaming type, like every top quarterback looks at us. So do all the top receivers. Yeah. And Bo Bentley, a top 5 quarterback coming out of Texas, is down to LSU and OU. And it's kind of a reverse. It's like not the Lincoln Riley days anymore. LSU's more of that team. So I think the pitch to Tristan Keys is the same as quarterbacks is, look, we've had one of the top 10 offenses, 15 offenses in the country year after year now. And once again, that's my odds-on favorite to win the Heisman. You'll have quarterbacks who can get you the ball.
Now, Shay,
very loose translation of the word GOAT.
Yeah.
Very loose.
Yeah, it definitely means something else when he's talking to you. Shay, another recruit that LSU's been certainly heavy on for a long time, Lamar Brown, who's on LSU's campus. I mean, he goes to U High. There was word that he is not going to have his official visit at LSU. What's kind of the read there?
I'd be a bit surprised if he doesn't.
Shay? Oh, he left us on a cliffhanger. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but if he did, it's genius. That was.
Down the hole. When you go under that bridge at 110 on the way to the airport, kind of a little hit a dead spot right there.
Do you?
A little bit.
Oh, well, he's got me on the edge of my seat. I'm trying to wonder.
Committed.
Talking about Lamar Brown.
Talking about high school kids got you on the edge of your seat?
Well, yeah, this is my son's teammate. My son plays right next to him on the defensive line, so, I'm intrigued by it. And, I don't want to ask my son, like, hey, bud, how's the recruiting going? Shay, we got you back. You left us on a cliffhanger there. Shay?
My bad. I thought I spoiled the start of it, and then you said, give us a cliffhanger. I didn't realize nobody heard me. Yeah. I do think that he ends up visiting LSU this weekend. That's my guess. It's way too big of a weekend, but Jake, you said it. He's a U High kid. These kids, I don't think people outside of Louisiana, maybe, or even Baton Rouge get when we say they go to the lab school, like they're playing football next door to the ops building. They are on campus every day. So when you get the chance to go to Miami and Texas, and A&M has always been the other team outside of LSU, you're going to have a blast and seeing something new for the first time with a red carpet rolled out for you as a 5-star. But he ended up visiting A&M as playing this weekend, then said, hey, look, I may not going to visit LSU. I'm going to go back to A&M again. There's 5 days in between now and the weekend. I'll be surprised if that holds up. And if it does, then it's quite telling of where he sits with LSU. And I think LSU would receive that message loud and clear. But again, between official visits and the splash this weekend and camp, I think that odds are he'll probably show up.
Shay, let's look ahead a little bit. I'm always going to talk quarterbacks, ask quarterbacks, and just a real general question about in-town guy, Elijah Haven. Like, any new updates on him with going into? I know he's not this coming year, but we kind of got to look ahead with him. Any updated news?
Right. I mean, for this cycle, it's been Bo Bentley, and then you look ahead because there's so many guys in next year's class, even a couple in Louisiana, and a couple that have offers, one out of Evangel, and then obviously one out of Dunham here. And I look at Haven, Michigan's been on him, Baylor, a couple of schools in Texas pretty heavily since early on, and then LSU. I do think LSU takes 2 quarterbacks. I just get a feeling that there's too many guys out there and that have interest, that if the dominoes fall that way, they would take 2. And he's firmly in that mix. I don't think he's in a rush to make a decision anytime soon. But the other one I would watch is another border state kid and coming out of Texas, and Colton Nussmeier, who is already taller than not just Garrett, but also Doug. So he's got the height, and he's a southpaw. So a little bit of a mix-up there from Garrett. But that's kind of 2 names I have, right? Or at least you're looking at the in-state guys that have offers, those 2 out of Dunham and Evangel, and then you're looking into East Texas and saying, all right, how can we get Nussmeier on board?
All right, there he is, Shay Dixon, good enough to join us while driving to the airport. And tell Emily, Matt Flynn's going to pay for my L Club membership.
We're going to get Hester
lifetime
on board.
membership. He's going to pay for it, and I'll be all signed up here very soon.
That's right. All right, message received.
All right, Shay, appreciate it.
Bye, y'all.
I can't believe you hadn't signed up for the L Club. Come on, bro.
Ever since I've been done playing, I've worked for the
Show
team.
some loyalty.
So, I've been in the stadium working for it, and, I don't know.
At least do it for Emily.
Well, I got called out, so now I got to do it. That's why you got to pay for it.
No.
Yeah.
For the low price.
That's actually initiation into getting into this show. You got to pay for my L Club membership. Go to EliteTrainingAcademyBR.com, EliteTrainingAcademyBR.com. Flag football is here, and signups have already opened up. That registration is opened up, and that ends on July 25th. So make sure you go. You sign your team up. I'm going to have my flag football team out there. We've got all ages. Check out all the information again on the website. Play flag football on an actual football field. Game days are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so go check it out. Go check out the website. Check out the NFL flag, right? You can maybe be a chance to be your favorite NFL team. Can't be the Chargers if you're in my age group. Sorry, that is already taken.
We were the Bengals.
You were the Bengals, and
right.
You might get the Bengals. Maybe you get the Packers this time. So, again, I'll have my flag teams out there. We're going to make Flynn have his flag teams out there. He's also going to pay for my membership. A lot of things going on, but go to EliteTrainingAcademyBR.com. All right, to kick off hour number 3 of the show, it's Monday. It's Red Beans and Rice Day, so you know what that means. Our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, will join us off the top here. It is OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Due for an oil change? Brakes louder than the kids in the back? Bayou Ford can get you in for service today. You don't have to wait. Same-day service. Schedule now at BayouFord.com. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Your Porsche, Audi, or Land Rover isn't ordinary. Your mechanic shouldn't be either. At Vex European, our skilled technicians provide precise repairs, routine maintenance, and transparent guidance tailored specifically to your European or exotic vehicle. Vex European, where precision meets performance. VexEuropean.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers, LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, June 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 83. In hour 3 of today's show, Devin Snow hops on at 9 a.m. Then at 9:30, Eric Sorensen to talk some LSU versus UCLA. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. It's Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Hour number 3, OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is Monday. It is the 9 o'clock hour, so you know that means we're going to catch up with our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. Dev, what's going on, brother? How we doing? How we living?
Yo, what's up? How we doing? I saw y'all pitches, you and Flynn's pitches. Where y'all took them at? Sears?
J.C. Penney.
Clam shots.
Montgomery Ward, actually. They opened it back up for us. A little one-time special for us.
Yeah. I used to take Christmas pictures at Sears, man. It was something else.
They had like the fake chimney if you were taking the Christmas picture.
Yeah, man. It was a good spot, man. They had where you could play the game too. You know what I'm saying? Back when you could like sample the Xbox and stuff. Yeah. Good time, man.
Yeah. They told us to come in to take professional headshots.
Yeah.
And this was after our show, and we both come in there with like backward hats and hoodies on. They're like, I guess they didn't come to be professional.
The people coming up, Dev, into the photo shoot, everybody was in like very at least business casual, like at minimum business casual.
Yeah.
And we roll up, and I had a hoodie and some joggers and a hat on. Flynn
Shorts and
has
high
on
tops.
some like crazy socks with some high tops and a backwards hat. The lady taking the pictures, she certainly judged us with her eyes.
Yes,
eyes.
But I mean, look, we were on brand. They did say the memo was like kind of like whatever your show vibe is. Like that's what we want.
Right.
And we
that's
did.
our vibe.
Well, we didn't post were the pictures. We did prom pictures, and we also did the Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Cover.
Yeah,
we did that. So we got to release those ones as well.
Got to. Absolutely have to, like ASAP. Need to release that.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, the Sears call is so good because that's exactly what that looked like. Well played. Yeah, well played there, Dev. Big fight. Hey, big fight weekend for you. I saw you tweeting about UFC Atlanta. I mean, you went from LSU baseball right in to UFC. I mean, you couldn't tell you nothing this weekend.
Yeah, and it's interesting, man. People will comment sometimes like, hey, man, you not watching the LSU game? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, it's 2025, bro. Like, if you haven't figured out how to watch two things at once, brother, like, just give it up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we had
Like,
picture-in-picture back in, like, 1993.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
people be talking to me like I got just one screen, dude. That's it, you know? It's crazy. But no, man, it was a good weekend. I mean, shout out to Kamaru Usman, UFC legend. Nice to see him get a win. And yeah, LSU, bro, it's a big day. You know, because you absolutely cannot lose to Sissy Blue. You can't.
No, it already happened once.
It just can never happen again.
I know. I'm with you.
And I mean, if you look at how they taken the shot challenge, the Jello shot challenge, the UCLA fans, I mean, they not even interested, dude. They like, yo, y'all got some THC seltzers, bro.
39? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, that was how they started. Yeah. That's when you knew.
They're not
right
even
there.
trying.
Not even, dude. And a bunch of people were commenting under that post, man. It's funny stuff, man. Yeah, they rioting.
There is never going to be a alcohol challenge where LSU gets challenged. It's just not. It's not going to happen. And like, can you imagine? Say you were just working at the stadium. You didn't know anything about college baseball, and can you imagine going earlier in the day to UCLA and Murray State? You know what I mean? Like you're working. You don't know nothing about college. You're just working. You're an usher, whatever.
Yeah, bring your
and you go to that game, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then that night, Arkansas and LSU come into the same stadium, and you're like, oh, what the hell is this? Like, what is going on out here? Like, I would love to interview somebody that doesn't know college baseball that was working that game and ask them the difference between UCLA, Murray State, and Arkansas and LSU.
Yeah, and if I'm in an alcohol rehabilitation center, like, I'm out there, like, passing out cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, man.
Here's my number.
It's your 40th beer, bro. Like, here, take this card, you know? Like, it's so funny, man, because that's what's beautiful about the College World Series. You get to see, like, all the different fan bases. And Arkansas fans, bro, they're so funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that guy sitting in the stands with a pig strapped to his head isn't the embodiment of Arkansas fans, like, that pitcher smells like pork skins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got to respect the passion.
And I lived in Arkansas for 9 months, so I know, like, these dudes love football. Like, it's all they think about. They love football. And I lived in Batesville. It was, like, the home of Mark Martin. They like NASCAR, too. And it was an interesting time, man. They called me Gator Bait. This is right after Katrina. So this is where we evacuated to.
Yeah.
And they gave me number 95 for football.
Ooh, Dev.
Nasty.
I mean,
Yeah,
you got the Deion Bar face mask, so the helmet, all that looks good. I don't know that you can do anything impressive in 95.
That jersey? Did you buy that jersey at Academy?
Dude, look, bro, that picture.
You got
right
that
there,
at Red Stick Sports.
Is that
for
dry?
Sure.
Is that dry fit?
I got that from Hibbett's, dog. No, that picture right there. That's on a toss sweep, bro. That is against Southside. Took that to the house, bro. That was
right.
I had highlights at the time.
Oh man, who didn't?
Yeah, that was the highlights and name chain hour right there.
I can almost see the top of your puka shell necklace outside of your pads there.
touchdown got called back
No,
because
dude,
he had a 95. Because you were wearing 95.
Illegal
number in the
Can't do
backfield.
it. And look, shout out to Red Six Sports. I mean, they made a lot of like fake 18 jerseys back in the day for my family members. Shout out to Dev. Is that a house phone?
Yeah.
What in the 1997 is going on here? Holy hell!
Yeah, bro. That's the Panasonic, baby.
That's one of those.
What? You have a house phone still?
That is an office phone that has like line 1 through 15. You can put it on hold.
Yeah, no, this is just line 1. That's it. Oh, God. When people call this phone for my show, bro, it's like calling B97, dude. Like, you might get through.
He's watching
Oh, my
sports with
God.
picture on his TV, and he's got a house phone.
Dev, like when you send your contact out, like you share your contact with somebody, is that phone number included under it and says home?
Yeah, I love filling out like an
parentheses H
application
next to it.
I love filling out an application with a like cell and then home. I'm like, oh, I got you.
They call everybody over. Y'all are not going to believe this. Somebody filled out the home portion. Oh,
If
man.
you don't
Yeah,
answer
that's
it, does it say,
incredible.
"Hey, this is Devin. I'm not in right now. Please leave a message."
Yeah, something like that, bro.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I hope some way, somehow, Deb, you have an answering machine that's tied to that, and not like through the actual phone, but an actual beside it answering machine that's tied into it. Because I cannot tell you the joy I used to get during high school recruiting when I would come in and a coach would call and he'd leave like a voicemail on the answering machine. Deb, you're not going to believe this. I had multiple schools that when they offered me a scholarship, they did it on my answering machine.
Did you save those voicemails?
Oh, no. It was an old tape. It was like the little bitty tapes.
Yeah.
Like you had 2 of them in there, one for backup, and so you couldn't play those things. There's nothing you could play those things on anymore. But I know for sure Auburn and Louisiana Tech both left scholarship offers on the answering machine.
That's amazing. Dude.
Checking a box, weren't they?
Oh,
And
for
you
sure.
you talk about where the country kind of, went in the wrong direction, man. Nobody even wants to leave a voicemail no more, dude. Like my grandpa will call me, he'll leave a voicemail every single time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I appreciate it so much. It's a beautiful. It's the last of its kind. You know.
Please tell me whenever they leave it, they say who it is, even though the caller ID lets you know who it was.
Yeah. You got to do that.
Damn, dude, I'll leave voice.
You leave
But I
voicemail?
always say, "Hey, this is Matt."
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Matt, they have caller ID.
I'm not supposed to do that.
Not if you're calling somebody you know.
It's for business.
Well, why were we ever saying who it was on voicemails? Because I mean, if somebody had your number, they kind of knew, you know.
Yeah, I know. You give
But
like
we
the
would
time and date too, Flynn? Hey,
And
this
you know
is
what?
Matt with My
This is
High.
gonna
It's
sound
9,
bad.
10 a.m. here on this Monday morning. Just give me a call back.
This is going to sound bad, but when I do leave a voicemail, I say my name at the beginning, then I end it with saying my number out loud.
Oh, yeah, you care.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real care right there, dude.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like when I went to Piccadilly, they had a guy playing piano at Piccadilly, and I was always like, yeah, man, these guys care, you know?
Dude, that
Yeah,
guy
he
is
was doing it for
still
free.
on the Essen Lane Piccadilly. Dev, I go to Piccadilly every year for my birthday. This year was no different. I turned 40, doesn't matter. I'm in the dilly. My guy is still holding it down, singing Motown's biggest hits while you're having a hamburger steak. He is still there. He is still thriving, and he is still giving the gift of Motown.
That gives me chills. I'm gonna be honest.
It's incredible.
That gives me chills. And that Essen one, I think we talked about this before. That Essen one, it's a beautiful Piccadilly.
Oh, it's incredible.
You had to walk in and that, because when I was out there for college, I used to go there by myself because nobody wanted to go to Piccadilly. It just people were hating on Piccadilly. It's like how people hate on Nickelback.
Yeah. That's exactly right. It's exactly what it is. They love it, but they're afraid to admit it, and so then they make fun of it.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think he plays for? Like free salmon croquettes?
I mean, I don't know. I slip him a tip every time.
Some Jello. Oh, Lord.
I mean, just nothing like that place. I could talk about that place for hours, dude. I mean, just the way it starts with the Jello and the pudding at the line. And then the salads. It's like, here's a jelly, here's a pudding, and here's a salad.
We took our kids there one time. This is the one off Essen. And, can I tell you, the people that work there, their eyes lit up to see some, young people.
Some youth.
Walk in those doors. They lit up.
Oh, when we walk in there, they're like, are y'all in the right spot?
Yeah.
Do you know that this is Senior Citizen Day every day, all day here at the deli? And I'm like, yes, we do. We love it. And yes, we have our real teeth.
Yeah. And it's the smell of Piccadilly, too. You know, it smells like a mixture of, hamburger steaks and Brut Cologne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
Some would call that utopic.
Yes, yeah. And for me to really get comfortable in Piccadilly, I just got to hear a couple coughs in the background. And I'm like, yes, I'm here.
Preferably from the chefs back there.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I saw some old pictures of Piccadilly, man. They were in black and white. I saw them last night on the internet. And, dude, it's just like all the people who serve the food in black and white. They look
Those
so
same
happy.
people are still there, actually. Funny enough.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Jake has a legitimate passion for it,
do.
too.
I have love
it's not
for
just
it.
lip service.
No. I go for my birthday every year. Every year.
Yeah. I love it too, man. I really do. I genuinely love it. I'm glad that it's still around. It's kind of how I felt about Shoney's too. You know, the
Shoney's was great. Shoney's, for us growing up, Dev, that was big time, right? That was hey, we're going to Shoney's for dinner tonight. They got the salad bar, and you can get a meal after the ball game. It was whatever nice, expensive restaurant that people get, take their kids to today, Shoney's was it for the Hesters.
Yeah, no, we went to Thanksgiving at Shoney's 2003. And you can't take that away from me or my family.
Ever.
So,
Have you ever done an RB&R day at Piccadilly?
Yes, I have. It was a hit, dude.
Man.
Dude, it was a hit, bro. And it was so much fun, man. It really was. Just walking around. It's there's a whole back room that's it's an intimate setting, dimmed light. You know, you want to get some tail at Piccadilly in the back, It's amazing, man. And then another thing about Shoney's is their sign, Their sign, man, they try to, build that thing all the way up into the clouds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they try to be the tallest one off the interstate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, that's so good.
Are they all gone?
Shoney's? I haven't seen a Shoney's.
Because I thought,
long time.
I thought Ruby Tuesday was gone, but I saw one.
There's
recently.
One in Mississippi.
There was I thought I saw one in Indiana or something like that.
Okay, there's
real random.
There's a handful, but I don't know any Shoney's that are still open. Maybe there was one in Panama City Beach at the shopping center where my father-in-law is the general manager, and it was one of the last ones, and it finally shut down. I don't know that there's another Shoney's still open.
Think there's one on the West Bank, but you know how the West Bank is? It might not be Shoney's with a Y. It might be Shoney's NIEF.
With an IE?
Yeah.
Double E situation.
Yeah, Chalmette does the same thing, bro. They got a Panda Express down there, but it's not called Panda Express. It's called something completely different.
Yeah.
They got a Waffle House. It's called the Greenhouse. It's looks just like a Waffle House, except it's green.
All right, so if there's a Shoney still on the West Bank, Big Fave, I know you've been there. Just let us know if it's still there, Big Fave, because I know you have tried to eat there before.
Oh, he gonna know about it.
I know.
He gonna know about it.
Big Fave's gonna know for sure. Any clue where you head today for RB&R Day? Do we have any kind of general location?
No, I have no idea, but I wish I could go to Shoney's. I wish they had it, even if it was garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to just go for the experience, man.
Hey, look in the chat. In the chat, someone is saying that the one in the West Bank is closed, but the one in Morgan City is still open.
Well, how far away is that?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean,
City.
How far is Morgan City from where Dev's at right now?
I think 3 hours.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's
Hang on, let me
too
check.
far. That's too far on a whim.
You said you want to go on a little road trip.
I don't think it was
go get a hotel.
Oh no, never mind. He's good. I'm completely wrong.
I thought
it's
3
an
hours
hour
sounds,
40.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. 3 hours seemed aggressive, but
Hour
40.
Seems a little
It's
aggressive.
right there on the line.
Yeah, they need to build a Shoney's in Shreveport, dude. Just redo it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if there was one still open, Shreveport would be a destination that I would guess.
Yeah,
Seems on brand.
Yes.
By the water park.
By the water park, right there in West Shreveport, on the way to Tejas.
Wait, what are they doing with Blue Bayou? Is it still going to be Blue Bayou?
Taylor, do you have an update? You look like you were intrigued by that.
I don't know the name of the. There's one of these in Biloxi. Like there's a big water park in Biloxi. The owners bought the Blue Bayou, and I think they're going to keep whatever the name is of the one in Biloxi. They're just going to open a second location.
Okay. Somebody needs to do something with Blue
So it's
Bayou.
not going to be called Blue Bayou?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
I mean, how do you close a water park though for the summertime?
Yeah.
You would think that that's bad business. Like that's usually when they thrive, Dev, but you drive by there and they're like, no, actually the water park's closed for the summertime.
Yeah, and it can't be for like maintenance and nothing because like that place always needed maintenance. I remember getting on those slides back when I was like really young. You know what I'm saying? Like that snake ride or whatever,
Yep.
that black slide. Oh my God, you walking up the steps, you like screws are like falling out and stuff. It was intimidating, man.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm getting on. I mean, maybe now with new ownership, maybe they change it. Maybe it gets a little bit of a facelift.
Maybe a little pressure wash.
Yeah.
Just a pressure wash.
Yeah. That's all. Just like
you don't need to scrub it.
You can polish a turd.
Dude,
it's all good.
My dad used to make me pressure wash the house. It was the most miserable thing, bro. And that reminded me of it just now. I was like, I'd be pressure washing the house. I'd be like, why are we doing this? You know?
I know. Doing the sidewalk. It's like the rest of the house looks
dirt's
like
just going to come back. It's going to come back.
I know.
Well, I understand the sidewalk. I don't understand pressure washing the house
Yeah.
because the house is going to get dirty on the
Yeah.
outside. I mean, it's outside, you know?
That's a fair point. Solid counterpoint to your father.
That and raking the leaves made no sense to me. Raking the leaves that are going to fall on the ground again. All right, dude.
Dev, last thing before we let you go, any plans for LSU, UCLA tonight? Are you watching it in spread quarters? How are you taking in the game?
Yeah, I'm watching in spread quarters, and, like, to me, man, it's just, like, impossible to lose on being our day, and especially against Sissy Blue, man, so I hope they smoke them, bro. I really do.
All right, Dev, get to that voice message you got left on your house phone there, and we'll catch up again with you next week.
All right, it's just a debt collector, but all right, y'all. Y'all take care.
Oh, Lord. Who do you think calls his house?
Oh, man, I don't know. Like, I haven't heard that sound in so long. Now, you probably
We
have
all knew what it meant.
because I mean, you have a business. I'm sure people call like the warehouse or something.
No, we don't have a. We don't.
Oh, you don't have one? I guess you wouldn't need one, really. Honestly, I can't think.
We got like a cell phone that acts as like a
Right. Okay.
office
Yeah.
phone.
Okay. It's kind of we have the same situation.
You know, one of those
elite kind of
one of those types of phones that you can change the ringtone on if you want. Not an old school.
You know how much money we spent on ringtones only to have our phone on silent for the last 15 years? You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Like when I first got to college, it was like brand new.
You had to go to that like a weird, sketchy website, buy it for like $2.99.
Yeah. I got like a Jay-Z ringtone, and I was so proud of it when I first got to LSU. I was like, man, all the other running backs are going to think this is so cool.
Look how tight I look.
This is awesome.
Like,
I'm going to turn this up in the meeting room and just let it go off and get in trouble, but they're going to know that I got Jay-Z as my ringtone.
Let me unvelcro the cell phone from its cell phone case on my hip. Yep, that's right. I'm going to wear a
Dirt
t-shirt.
Off Your Shoulder was the song.
I'm going to tuck the T-shirt around the cell phone on my hip.
You did that for years. Let's don't act like that was when you first got the
I had to flex.
You did that when you were a senior.
My Nokia is red. Look at it.
Was that for
It's on my hip.
Tyler Lee? Is that why you had red?
There was only 3 options. And I think it was silver, blue, and red. I got the metallic red.
Yep, Tyler Lee.
I think it was the only one that was in stock at the time.
All right, let's take a break. More OTB when we come back. We got Eric Sorensen, D1 Baseball, set to join us about 10 minutes from now. Eric does a great job covering college baseball, but he lives in L.A. He knows this UCLA team as well as anybody. He has boots in the ground in Omaha, so looking forward to that conversation. We'll have that from about 10 minutes from now, but more OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com is the website where you can find it all, buying new, leasing, and renting. Now, everything certainly is available when you're buying new. And when you're leasing, a lot of places that you go to, they're going to have one option in each category. So one midsize SUV, one truck, one sedan. Not the case at All-Star. Everything is available to lease. Now, when you're renting, you might just have like 3 vehicles total. You might have a car option, an SUV option, and maybe a truck option. Again, over at All-Star Toyota, literally everything is available. Per day rental prices based off the vehicle that you choose. You can find all of that information on the website. You can call Miss Lisa Sessions as well. She'll give you a full breakdown of it. But go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
Yeah, when Tigers take care of business tonight, you said, let's go. Let's pick up and go to Omaha. Call them. See about their rental options. Don't want to put miles on your car. Go check them out. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. 225-433-0105.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Still on an island, Jake. Still on an island.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know. Oh, those beautiful beaches.
Where you don't like
Gorgeous
to relax,
water.
which is so weird.
I mean, doing fun things is relaxing to me. But not just sitting there, doing nothing, not moving.
Let me get Dos Equis in hand, under the umbrella. No children in sight, just adults, just hanging out. I can sit there for an hour, and you might think I'm dead. You might have to poke me with
I
a
better
stick.
not be with you. So I'm going to be throwing something at you.
Well, I mean, there's a time.
Hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
There is certainly a time and place for that, but I can also get behind relaxing.
Let's get a Procadema set out. Velcro baseball glove.
So we did get an update from Alondra. So, we were worried that you were going to pull the T-Bob.
Oh, no.
She's actually pulling the T-Bob. We got this text message. I don't know if we can verify if it was like a burner phone. She sent it to herself maybe from the airline. I don't know.
She faked, you think?
The flight got pushed back, and so I don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. Taylor, could you do both at the same time if you had to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? You think so? Moose is like, wow, the hell did
Just
you not
leave
do
it
that
on the.
today?
Just leave it on the. I'll just leave it on the 2-shot.
Oh, true. Which I've always done this ever since I've been here. So 7, 8 years, whatever. Like, I know that T-Bob loved to look at the 1-shot. He loved it. I would be looking at him because it was conversation, and he would never look. He'd look at the 1-shot. Like, I look at the 2-shot all the time.
Yeah.
It's the one that I just.
That's the 2-shot in the middle?
That's the 2-shot, yeah.
You know why they call it that, Matt?
Because there's 2 people in there.
Oh.
Look, that's you right there. Look on the other TV. Yep, right there.
Look at you up there, Matt.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be
just blow your mind.
Yeah. You're supposed to switch the cameras every time I move my head.
All right, do it again. That's pretty quick on the trigger there. Nice job, Tay.
Nice work. That was sweet.
So Alondra will not be back tomorrow. She'll be back the next day.
Is that official?
It feels like it's official.
Yeah. Apparently some bad weather in Texas.
Yeah, it does. It does not look great. Does not look great in Texas. But look, she wanted to stay at the bar and watch the game with family one more day, so we'll allow it. It's fine. No hate here. T-Bob did this at least 4 times a year, so if you do it once, it's okay. Certainly okay there. We're going to continue talking baseball. We got Eric Sorensen, D1 baseball, boots on the ground in Omaha. Our second person to talk to in Omaha.
I wonder if he knows. Did you hear the story about the? I don't know if it was real or not, but I thought a post from the Jello Shot Challenge that bar had to shut down a little early a couple nights ago.
I did see that. I did see that. They said there was a fight. I don't know if we know exactly what fan base it was.
So the rumors I had heard was Murray State, UCLA.
Murray State.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, racers.
Murray State brought a decent amount of fans.
You know what? I'm glad y'all mentioned that because old Ben Mintz is like, oh, LSU fans acting rowdy. Hey, Ben, how are the Ole Miss fans acting in Omaha? Oh, they're not there. Right. They're in Oxford because you got beat by Murray State.
Be better, Mintz.
That's right.
Be
calling
better.
out LSU fans. You're supposed to be from Louisiana, boy.
So Murray State versus UCLA. You know they weren't drunk because they only bought 39 Jello shots.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Those mojitos they were on.
Do you have H3O water?
I mean, that's California vibe for sure. Fuzzy navel. It's probably a big one.
Yeah. I had fuzzy lemon drop. Yeah, lemon drop back there. So Alondra, stay safe out there in the weather. Enjoy the bar tonight. Hopefully you and the family are celebrating another LSU victory. We'll see you in a couple days here.
We'll be here.
We'll see. You'll be here?
You know I'll be here.
Yeah.
I booked the early flight so I could get back yesterday. No chance. I was going to walk here if I had to.
That flight was booked well in advance of you.
I know our listeners needed these baseball takes. Knew it.
How you think
give the people what they want?
What do you think they're going to do at the water cooler here coming up after the show? Flynn baseball takes.
Yeah, let's.
How could they not?
Let's break these down.
Yeah, if you want to impress your coworkers, take Flynn's baseball takes to the water cooler.
Yeah, he compared someone's mindset to a football player. Got that one.
Sissy Blue.
UCLA stands for University of California, Los Angeles. Great uniforms.
Sound like Deshaun Foster's opening press conference. We also have us in USC. We're both in LA.
Oh, poor Deshaun Foster.
Oh, man.
That was tough.
That was rough.
All right.
I loved watching him play football, though.
He was a good running back. Eric Sorensen, D1Baseball.com, joins us when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to TrashRangers.com. TrashRangers.com is the website. You can sign up for that reliable and hassle-free trash removal service. Now, the text reminders, incredible. Like, a lot of people have trash day on Monday. If you forgot, you're in trouble. We know it. We all know it. But if you had Trash Rangers, you would not be in trouble because you would have remembered to put out your trash because you would have got that weekly text reminder. No hidden fees, reliable weekly service. All that you can find on the website with Trash Rangers every single time. Residential, commercial service, roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. You can give them a call. They'll make sure you have the right size on your job.
Commercial, residential, if you're cleaning out your garage, cleaning out your attic, give them a call. They can do a roll-off dumpster at your office. You're cleaning out stuff. Let them help you. Go to TrashRangers.com. That's 225-612-2477.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Yes, I am a pirate. 200 years too late. The cannons don't thunder there.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Going to go to Omaha now. Eric Sorensen, D1Baseball.com, joins us. It is always a pleasure. Hope Omaha is treating you well. I know it's one of your favorite places in the world.
Yeah, it's where I call home. This is where I grew up. But yes, other than the weather being a lot hotter than I'm used to, this is things are going great, guys.
All right, so I told you this when I reached out to you, and you and I talk on this show, on my SiriusXM show, a lot about West Coast baseball. You know it incredibly well, and so LSU is taking on one of those teams in UCLA later on tonight. Kind of your breakdown of UCLA, because this is a team that's been close to getting back to the College World Series, but, you know, it's been over a decade since they had that run there in 2011, 12, 13, in that time period. And so is this a UCLA team that you saw being able to make this kind of run through the totality of the season?
Yeah, you know, it's weird, Jacob, because, you know, I'm sure you probably know, last year they only won 19 games.
Yep.
And they had the number one recruiting class in the country, but they were all being forced to play, and, you know, freshmen will be freshmen. So they had a really crappy team last year. They really did. I mean, just a bad season, I should say. It's all the same guys coming back this year, and I kind of thought at the beginning of the year that UCLA was one of those teams that, they probably weren't going to be in the preseason, wouldn't have a lot of expectations, but had a chance to be one of the final 8. I really thought if they put it together and for God's sake stayed healthy. They were also dinged up so bad last year. I mean, every team gets that way, but this was kind of off the Richter scale last year for UCLA. So yeah, I kind of thought they had a chance to be really good, and it turned out that way that they did. And it's just kind of a thing where these freshmen became sophomores, and the MASH unit didn't show up, so they stayed healthy. So yeah, I kind of expected them to be. Now, did I expect them to make Omaha? Yeah, not necessarily, but I knew they had a chance.
Eric, we're getting ready for, of course, UCLA, LSU tonight. So what's your biggest takeaway from seeing LSU-Arkansas a couple days ago and what they've done in the regionals and super regionals leading up to this point?
Yeah, I kind of thought the interesting thing was how well Cade Anderson threw. I knew he got a little dinged up against West Virginia, which had a really good offense. They were one of the better offenses I saw this year. So I wasn't surprised that West Virginia kind of got to Anderson and Ianson a little bit. But, you know, the offense, and Jake, you and I have talked about this before, the offense for LSU kind of has some quiet spells this year. And to be honest, UCLA kind of the same way. They'll go quiet from time to time. But, yeah, him pitching on a stage like that, I'm talking about Cade Anderson, him pitching on a stage like that at that level is really something a coach loves to see, because you never know. You know, a lot of times these guys are either going to pitch the game of their life on the big stage, or they're going to freak out, pee their pants, and they're going to last about an inning or so, and that's it. So, yeah, it's really weird how sometimes things go one way or the other, but my biggest takeaway from that game against Arkansas was just the dominance of Anderson. I mean, that was an impressive performance.
And so now I think we all assume Anthony Ianson is going to be on the bump for LSU against UCLA, and this is somebody that is from Lakewood, California. He pitched at UC San Diego, and just his performance this year, because he was good at UC San Diego out of the Big West, which is a great baseball conference. But, I mean, to what he's done in the SEC this year in the postseason, I don't think anybody could have assumed he would be this good in purple and gold.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, because when I heard that he transferred, I felt bad for Coach Eric Newman at UC San Diego, of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought, man, I wonder how this guy is going to do against the SEC. I mean, I will correct you on one small thing. The Big West is a good conference, but the SEC is a great conference. I mean, you just kind of have to look at it that way.
Hey, you know me. You know I've got love for my mid-majors out there in Southern California.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. And to be honest, the Big West is I still think it's better than most people think. But nonetheless, getting back to the point, though, yeah, I was wondering what kind of season Ianson was going to have, and I didn't quite see him stepping up quite like he did this year. I mean, he's been really, really locked in, and apparently has just been, pitching his butt off week in, week out. And again, I know coming off of the performance, gave up some runs, gave up some hits against West Virginia, but this will be an interesting showdown. I went to look back to see if Ianson had ever faced UCLA when he was at Triton, but no, they never played each other. But yeah, this is a dude right down the street from me in Lakewood, California, that had really stepped up this year. I was really impressed with what he'd become this year.
Yeah, Eric, set the stage for us, too, for tonight with the pitching matchup of UCLA versus the LSU lineup. And LSU's kind of been up and down the last couple of games, and we did some things. The play discipline's been really good, but a lot of strikeouts from LSU in the last game versus Arkansas. So talk to us what your thoughts are on the matchup.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting, guys, because LSU and UCLA's offenses are very similar to me. Like, they both hit right around, coming into the College World Series, they both hit 298, 299 respectively. And they both kind of, as I mentioned a minute ago, UCLA the same way. They can go a little quiet from time to time up at the dish. But the big difference is in the pitching. UCLA does not rely on their starters at all. In fact, their starters normally, if John Savage gets 4 or 5 innings out of them, he's pretty happy about that. The big difference is that UCLA has literally 9 or 10 deep in the bullpen. These are all guys that were highly regarded. A lot of them were injured last year, but they have 9 or 10 guys they go to. And you'll see tonight, they'll probably pitch like they pitched. I think they pitched 6 guys against Murray State. They'll probably do the same. Landon Stump will get the start. He's been okay. It's nothing domineering from him. But I think they're going to go to the bullpen early and often, and they're just going to give LSU's batters a different look every inning. I think that's kind of been one of their strengths this year. Everything looks different because they got so many guys that can pitch at a high level. And so that'll be the difference. LSU's going to hope Ianson goes long, and UCLA is going to be like, fine if Landon Stump only goes a few innings, because they'll bring in these horses that come in from the paddock here that can just hum it and pitch really well. Not just throw hard, but can really pitch.
Catching up with Eric Sorensen, D1Baseball.com here on OTB. Eric, what about the early game today? You've got Murray State, Arkansas in an elimination game. Arkansas, the big favorite. I mean, minus 600 on the money line. Do the racers who have done this before, do you give them any chance to take down Arkansas?
Of course, you guys. I mean, this is the College World Series. I mean, granted, it might turn out to be like a Stony Brook. Murray State will be everybody's favorite. Everybody in the stadium was cheering for them against UCLA, but in Stony Brook's case, they were out in 2 really quickly, and actually in their case, they kind of got blown out in that magical year they had. But no, Murray State really showed me a lot. UCLA got out to that big lead, and they just kept hanging on. Their pitching did well. Their hitting came around, and I really thought it might come down to a last-minute magic type thing against the Bruins, but the UCLA shut them down. So, yeah, I give them a puncher's chance. I mean, anything can happen here in Omaha, and it's kind of like the same way. Everybody in the stadiums, most people are going to be for Murray State, and they'll probably feed off that energy. And, yeah, they've got some guys that surprise me. They got some guys that can really hit and can do so with power, too. And this isn't just your usual mid-major team that Jake, you and I love. But interesting story. It'll be cool to see what happens today. I wouldn't be surprised to see Murray State really give them a dogfight. I got Arkansas, obviously, if I'm having to pick this game in Vegas. But, man, this is the year of the underdog in the NCAA tournament. So, look out.
Eric, so LSU fans, of course, travel really well to Omaha. They care immensely about what happens in the stadium, but, almost equally about what happens outside of the stadium with the fan base. So I got to ask, when it comes to Jello shot competitions, what is UCLA doing right now? We're not even to 4 digits yet.
No, well, I knew you were going to bring up the Jello shot.
Show some pride.
You have to. It's become a thing now the last few years, and it befuddles me because I think Jello shots are nasty. But yes, of course, anything that has competition, any kind of competition that they can cheer for, they're going to do it. UCLA fans, they're just too smart. They don't pay. It's like $5 for those things too, and they probably don't have any alcohol in them for real. But that's why I always say if LSU ever decided to start a hockey program, they'd probably be in the top 10 of college hockey too, just because it's a competition and they love it. They follow their Tigers. So I'm not surprised that LSU's probably going to dominate the Jello shot competition. The only way they would have lost that at the Jello shot competition at Rocco's is if they happened to have gone 0-2 or 1-2. But other than that, no, they're going to win that by a mile.
There is our guy, Eric Sorensen, D1Baseball.com. Eric, we always appreciate the time, man. Enjoy home, enjoy Omaha, and enjoy the games today.
You got it, guys. Thanks for sharing the airwaves.
I mean, it is kind of funny. We're clowning people, but it is just Jello shots.
Oh, for sure. It's just Jello shots. It's just I don't even care about like necessarily winning it. You got to show a little fight.
Yeah, you got to
show a little fight.
Maybe we get real diabolical one year and we turn it into whiskey shots.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if Omaha wants
that sounds better.
It's definitely easier to go down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a shot of whiskey goes down a lot easier than gelatin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just
Omaha PD
probably
does
easier.
not want
They
that.
probably don't, but a lot easier too. Like you can go get a handle of whiskey and just
you don't
continue
even
to pour.
you don't have to make it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you can do something like pitcher a beer situation. Like I think the whiskey shot might be aggressive.
Tequila
We're
shot.
trying to find
Tequila
aggression
shot,
here.
sure.
Though. That's the whole point.
Are we trying to find aggression? We're just trying to find competition.
Yeah.
Friendly
No.
competition.
I think aggression.
No, I
competition.
Want it, like I said the other day,
kinda,
like I want it to be the movie 300 in the crowd.
But that's okay. Yeah, in the crowd. But if you do the whiskey thing, there's a chance that people don't make it.
Well, it's every LSU sporting event ever.
Flynn's got a good point, though. I mean, they shut down the place after one little bar fight. I mean, that was on Jell-O shots.
On Jell-O, yeah.
Like,
I guess that's
I
true.
think with whiskey,
if they're not about that life,
yeah,
then y'all probably.
I think everywhere LSU travel, there's always an unstated competition with LSU fans and the person who stocks the bar. Like they're always trying to make that guy get fired because he underprepared. Right. So I think there's always that liquor competition, but it's just unstated. But an actual scoreboard, I actually think Jell-O shots might be as strong as you go.
All right, we'll end the show like we do every single day. A little Ask the Bench. Get your questions inside the Bayou 4 chat. We'll wrap up this Monday morning edition when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
No, see, that's something you say like at the very end. Like that's the way to sign off is Sissy Blue Shirts.
I did. I signed off that segment.
CentralPlumbing.org. CentralPlumbing.org is the website. If you have a situation pop up after hours while you're trying to watch the Tigers play in Omaha, don't worry, because 24/7, 365 means exactly that. 225-925-8552 is the number. It doesn't matter what time, what day, holiday, game day.
What if it's the bottom of the ninth?
Doesn't matter.
Bottom of the eighth?
That doesn't matter either.
Extra innings?
It could be the bottom of the ninth on July 4th on a Sunday. And it doesn't matter.
I don't believe
They'll
it.
be there. 225-925-8552.
Too many Jell-O shots, too much sugar with your alcohol. Need to call a plumber. Stuff happens, all right? Give them a call. 225-925-8552. That's centralplumbing.org.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, what?
That I might have admitted to a crime earlier when I said I took the conch shell home.
I literally told you that.
Did you put it in your suitcase?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, you didn't have it as a carry-on.
Yeah.
Where was it?
I mean, I can check it.
I think you're good. You're back home now. I think you're fine.
Statute of limitations.
They saw
been
it.
here for
They
almost 24
saw
hours.
it in the X-ray machine, anyways, and didn't say anything. You're probably fine.
God,
You think it shows up on the X-ray machine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what if
absolutely.
You got arrested for that.
That's the thing. That whole trip. That's the thing that did it.
You call, hey guys, I can't make it. I'm detained.
Stole a conch shell.
What happened?
Well,
Didn't you steal it? Yeah, I mean, I stole it from the island, I guess. I don't know.
Dummy.
We'll see when I go to my parking lot. Bunch of federal agents.
just waiting around your vehicle.
I think they got some other stuff they're worrying about right now. Ask the bench, favorite righteous gemstones character.
Danny McBride.
Baby Billy.
Baby Billy.
Billy's good too.
Baby Billy.
So I'm actually in the middle
sister.
of that. Just started season 2.
Wait, who's the sister's husband?
BJ? DJ? Whatever his name is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Ask the bench, what is everyone's favorite flavor of Jell-O?
The red one.
I'm going to go with the orange.
Oh, I was going to say anything but orange, actually.
We go lime, the green.
Yeah.
Is it lime?
Lime's good. I like the blue. I guess it's like blueberry or something like that. I don't know.
Never
Yeah, the Jell-O, I just go by colors.
I don't eat
actually know what
Jell-O
they-
unless it's in a little plastic cup with alcohol in it.
Same.
It's the only time.
Ask the bench, does Alondra Bob actually make it back Wednesday?
Ooh.
No. Actually, in her defense, like,
I'll be a foxhole guy and I'll say yeah.
if the weather's like it is now.
Yeah. I'll say her intentions will be
Yeah.
here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The will to be here.
There's a lot. Can we get Austin Bain on this week to do a sweaty live read? I'll ask him right now.
God, that would make me feel so much better about my live reads.
Thanks, Cousin Jake.
Thanks, Cousin Jake.
Yeah, we'll get him on. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Beat UCLA.
Sissy.
Enjoy the
Blue
game.
Shirts.
Go for dose. Have a lot of fun while
Responsibly.
doing it. And we'll break down a Tigers victory tomorrow morning right here
Let's
on
go.
OTB.
Sports.
Off the bench.
You're not
What's
human.
up? I'm a what?
Yourgoodwood.com is the website that is for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. When you go to the website, you can book a consultation right there, bottom right corner of said website. You can find a full list of services that they can help you out with. You can find a full list of pricing. All of that is right there on the website. But listen, you got questions and you, for some reason, you don't see the answer on the website, they can answer that question for you. All you got to do is pick up the phone, give them a call. That number is going to be 225-4GD-WOOD. And again, always online for you, right there for your needs at yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, for as little as $125 a month, you can have them fix the issues. There's things out there. Everybody's got a problem. Everybody's got something. So if it's hormone replacement, sexual wellness, whatever it is, visit yourgoodwood.com, 225-443-9663.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeons